Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to La Lido Loca. And well, it's starting to get dark on the west coast of Florida. We're about an hour north, or I don't know how many miles exactly, but 45 minutes to an hour north of Tampa. And it does look like we're getting close to landfall for Hurricane Milton. So I thought I would just pop in for a little bit while it was still light outside so you could kind of see what the wind and the rain and stuff looks like over here. But welcome. So I don't know, it's been a wild day of just kind of waiting around for stuff to happen. I did get out earlier today. We had quite a bit of rain from that earlier system that was in front of Milton. Most everything closed in our town, except oddly enough, the Dollar General was open. The Dunkin' Donuts was open for about half a day. And I think it was about 2 o'clock I went by and Chick-fil-A was still open. And there was more cars in front of the Chick-fil-A than I'd seen at any gas pump. So people were getting that last chicken sandwich, I guess, before the storm. But yeah, we're here. And let me see if I can show you guys a little bit of a look at what's going on outside. And there we go. That's kind of the look outside my pool area. So what's up, everybody? My brother's in the house, and I'm happy to answer any questions, but really the goal is just to give you a little peek of what's going on. I don't even know, I haven't had a good look at the latest track. I know they came out with some new guidance, but what I'm hearing is that it's coming ashore somewhere near Sarasota. So, and that may take a while. Minimal Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah, if you guys, we're in a fairly decent spot right here. We're in a non-evacuation zone. We're not in a flood zone. Our house is really sturdy, and the storm seems to have shifted south. So I think we're in an okay situation. But these trees behind the house have been getting blown around quite a lot. Good, downgraded to 3. That's what Ramona says. So I'm digging that. Yeah, Brian. So our pool is self-regulating. So it's been raining all day, but it's got a good drainage system. So I think we're okay. My mom is good, Robin. She's over here. She came over earlier today, so she's here in the house with us. Jenny B's actually sitting outside in the pool area. Yeah, my brother said, "You peed in this pool, bro? You told me you didn't pee in my pool. That's just messed up. That's messed up." Yeah, anybody else in Florida? What's going on with you? Lori Menard said wind and rain in Inverness. Hope everybody's doing good out there. It's a good thing. If the thing really got downgraded to a 3, then that's good. Stephen Kelly, thank you so much for the super chat. Crack a beer and take a swim. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, I thought it would be obnoxious. I was like, I'm going to jump in the pool during the hurricane. But I'm like, should take it serious because there's obviously some serious things going to happen for people. So Ron said wind and rain in Lando Lakes. Yeah, so also we have family in Gainesville. One of my sons is in Gainesville, and my daughter is in Lakeland, and then another daughter is in Wesley Chapel. So we've got 3 kids spread out in the state here. So we're kind of looking over all of that stuff too. Yeah, Dana said, hope those trees don't fall over. They got rocked pretty hard during Helene, pretty windy, and they withstood. So we'll have to see what it's like. So let's see. Yeah, Gerald, I've been following Don. He's probably in the best position, actually. The Sun Princess, didn't dock, and so therefore they're not really in any danger, which is good, and they're still getting to have a cruise, so I'm excited for those guys. Donna Childers, thank you so much for the super chat. Hello from Alabama. Roll Tide Roll. Christina V, when we talked to our daughter earlier, there was some tornadic activity over in Lakeland a couple hours ago. They're doing good over there, but that was the concern earlier. Joyce says she's getting some winds and rains. Yeah, the sun is down by Cuba. That makes sense. John H., will you be going live tomorrow for the aftermath? I don't know. I don't know what's going to be going on here. I'll probably make a video, just a regular video, if that's if that makes sense. But yeah, if it makes sense to go, I wasn't even going to go live tonight, but I saw the winds kicked up a little bit, and we still had some sunlight, and I'm like, well, maybe people haven't ever seen what it's like when this kind of weather comes through. I'm sure many people have, but maybe some haven't. So I thought I'd throw it on for as long as we got daylight here. Bradenton waiting for the storm. Yeah, Shelly, I heard that it's kind of made a turn that way a little bit. So are you guys seeing anything yet? Good. Jenny B has got everybody's updated. Danielle and Greg are good too. John Eby, thank you so much for the super sticker. Super sticker. New York City is in the house. What's up, Regine? Donna, Jenny's feeling good. She's in the chat there, and we had an epic battle of Wingspan today. That's the game that we play every day, and I won't even talk about who was victorious. Mr. Richie J, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you. And Sammy Gerelson, thank you so much for the super sticker. Okay, traveling over 60, good. Yeah, we get these storms pretty frequently during this time of year in Florida. This is certainly the way it formed out in the Gulf. I think it's in one of the top 10 for pressure, low pressure, and its formation. It sounds like we're fortunate though that the wind shear has slowed the thing down off the coast, and it's going to come aboard as a 3 instead of a 4 or 5. So, but this is kind of what it's like this time of year in Florida. You have a lot of rain, and then every once in a while you have these major storms where it's a lot of wind and rain. And then if you live in the low-lying areas near the coast of Florida, that's a whole different thing with storm surge. That's where it's really destructive and dangerous. So yeah, there will probably be some people that are impacted by surge in the Tampa area and then all the way up through here. Sam said that Vero Beach, yeah, we were watching this guy. There's this weather guy named Max something. But he's a young kid, but a meteorology student. I think that's his background. But he was running a tornado tracker, and at one point over on the east coast of Florida, I think in that Vero Beach east coast, or I don't know, they had like 15 tornado warnings. So this thing is definitely churning out a lot of tornado stuff. M. Lopat, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate the kind words. Mandalorian said, "This is the pain we endure right before we get good weather." Yeah, it's true. Having that conversation the other day, does it ever get like to a fall like coolness here? And it's like, no, we pretty much have 80-degree summer, 90-degree summer, and 100-degree summer. But the 80-degree summer is pretty nice over here. Okay, Vero Beach is east between Fort Pierce and Cocoa Beach. Yeah, that makes sense. So Fort Pierce was one of those places where I saw a lot of that tornado warnings. Question, how long does your hurricane season last? So the official hurricane season starts in June, goes all the way to November for the Atlantic Caribbean. So that's a lot of months. I think that's, 6 months? It lasts a long time, but I feel like we see some of the worst storms in September, October, November, toward the end of the season. So we're right in that end of the season bad storm scenario. Let's see. Best shark teeth hunting after a major storm. That sounds interesting. Like on the beaches, is that where you? I don't think I've ever really searched for shark teeth, which does sound interesting. I'm assuming that's right. You do that at a beach. Yeah, Shannon, what's Max's name? Isn't it Max Velocity or something like that? There it is, Max Velocity Weather. Yeah, he was on break. I was hoping to get the latest track from him on the TV there, but I don't know if he's come back live or not. Let's see. Yeah, no more storms. I agree, Noreen. It would be nice to not have any more storms. Oh, good. Venice Beach. Yeah, we went to Venice. How the internet's doing. Let me see if I'm getting internet test. I got good internet, so yeah, maybe it's just a up to YouTube thing. Let me know if you guys are back or not. Yes, I mean, it looks like internet's good here, but maybe it just hiccups. So, of course, we're in the middle of a storm, so it makes sense. David, what's for dinner? Jenny made a wonderful turkey taco soup. It's one of those nosh on all day kind of things. It's really good. Thanks, John. Have a good night. Trying to figure out if that's water on the lens or if that's just the screen that's wet. Should I go wipe off the iPhone lens? Let's see. Jacqueline Stewart, has it started? I haven't seen the latest track. I don't think it's fully on land yet, but this is definitely kind of the out. I think it's going to be dark when it really kind of gets going. So, explain if anything is attached to the structure around the pool. Well, this is just a typical Florida cage, so there's screens in between all the white pieces. Marjorie is in Palm Beach County, Florida. Be safe and blessed. Yeah, hopefully it's it doesn't get down south to you guys. I think it's gonna just go right through the middle of the state, which probably not great for Orlando, but hopefully. David Smith said around 11 p.m. is landfall. Yeah, it's been changing all day. There was one time it was like 2 a.m. So. The pool's not covered. It's a screen, so that's open to the sky. It's more to keep out bugs and leaves. Is kind of what it's for. Carol Taylor, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, close to midnight. Yeah, that's what I was trying to weigh out. Like, would it be valuable to go live at that time? But I don't think we'll be able to see anything, so I figured it'd be okay to do that. There was mandatory JNA009. There was mandatory evacuation. There's a couple zones. So the way our county is, it's sliced up into zones, and there were some zones that were put on mandatory evacuation plus any kind of manufactured home, mobile home, that kind of thing. Where we're at there wasn't a call for evacuation. Hey Layla, thank you so much for the super chat. Miss you too, and hope we get to see you. Alaska 26, you know who is hosting? Who's hosting? Is that? Oh, look at that, the wind's blowing. Is that Mike's thing? Somebody was talking about that last night. Yeah, Dana, we're in Spring Hill. Let's see. Stock up on medications. Yeah, we're pretty good. That's a good call out, David. Appreciate that. Salty Dog. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I guess it depends who you watch. They're talking about. I've seen all these different landfall dates today. So, Jackie, no, don't need to drain the pool. It does. It's been raining all day, but it's got a regulator in it, and it kind of self drains. Do I have any Lego to build when the power goes out? I do have a whole room full of Lego in there, a bunch of unbuilt sets, some modulars, and I almost built some Lego today, but I just ended up kind of reading and chilling. But today would have probably been a great day to build some Lego. Let's see. Just saw a Don video. I think you probably should be okay, Megan. They're just out there cruising, so I think if I had my choice, that I would rather be out on a cruise ship away from the storm than in the middle of a storm. But I think he seems like he's okay from what I saw. Lisa, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. We do have lots of board games too. Did you get Storm chips, snacks? Julie, we didn't get a ton of snacks. We've been trying to do a little bit healthy with our eating. So we have we made this taco soup and we got protein bars and so some sugar-free candy, a lot of fruit. So I guess that counts as snacks. Yeah. Let's see. Jenny's mom is over at their house. They're in a non-evacuation zone either. So Jenny's mom, stepdad, and uncle are there. They're doing well. And then my mom is over here because she was in a zone that needed to evacuate. So my mom is here with us. She's staying the night with us tonight. Let's see. Yeah, Cindy, absolutely. We're keeping everything charged. That's pretty funny. Amazon, JP Hanks says Amazon Prime Day has whole house battery backups. Thanks. Carlos, thank you. Not worried about flooding here, Emily. So we're about 59 feet above sea level, and I think we're 3 or 4 zones away from where the surge comes. So this area where we're at's not known to flood, so we should be okay. Jonathan Branch, thank you so much for the super chat. It's funny, I'm not really looking at the picture, but then I hear the wind blow and I'm like, oh, is it there? Yeah. Let's see. Nothing is leaking. No, it's a screen, so that's just a pool cage. No leaking, fortunately. Thanks, Alumry Farms. Yeah, we've been watching Max Velocity a lot today, but we'll have to check out that Ryan Hall. Who do we have for internet? We've got Spectrum. Question, what is the brunt of the storms? When is it supposed? Carol, I've heard a lot of different things. The outer bands are certainly, I think, coming in right now. But I've seen different times all day, so I don't really know. So even in this chat, some folks have said 8 p.m., some people have said 11 p.m., I saw 2 a.m., so Jenny B saying maybe midnight. I haven't really talked to Don. We've just been taking care of all the storm stuff here, but I've been watching his videos, and it seems like he's okay. The tree, I don't know. It's a good distance away from the house. It's taken a lot of wind before, so I think it would take a lot to move that tree. Tony White, we live in, where do we live at? Spring Hill, Florida. I was reading the question under it. Are pool cages mandatory? I don't think so, but it does seem like a feature on a lot of Florida homes. Let's see. Yep, Northwestman, in this neighborhood, the power lines are underground, which is kind of cool. Yeah, Ryan said that, or Old Silver said Ryan has 348,000 people in his chat. Yeah, those weather guys, there really are. I tell you what, if you want to see what the value and power of YouTube is, it is in scenarios like this because those guys are giving out such great information. It surprises me there's not 1 million people in those chats. Kate Smith said in Australia, pool fences are mandatory for outside pools, like fences so that people can't fall into them. Is that kind of thing? Rick said that the Weather Channel is saying landfall at 11 or 12. Where are they putting it, Rick? Are they putting it Sarasota-ish, or what are they saying? Pool cages keep the gators out of the pool. That's funny. I've never gotten a shout out from Ludicrous, but that's okay. That's not why we do it. We're not looking for Ludicrous to shout us out. We just give homage where it's due. You know what I'm saying? Just south of Sarasota, yeah. So that thing really did wiggle to the south. Um, Arno Van 2010, the Villages. What's going on over there? I went through the Villages recently, and I was surprised at the amount of new roundabouts they built on that new construction part. Yeah, tornadoes, again, they've been all over the place today. Especially, it seemed like on the East Coast, they got hit with a lot of tornadoes. Yeah, I can. Jacqueline says in Nova Scotia, I've seen her share the storms. Yeah, I can imagine that. Like when I was in Nova Scotia, that definitely is such a coastal town. I can imagine you get some crazy storms there. Let's see. Do you think the Miami terminal will be good on the 21st? Yeah, I would think it would be okay on the 21st. I don't know what they're getting down there right now. I'm sure they're getting. I mean, I don't have enough space, and my phone's outside to pull up a radar or something like that. But I'm sure they're probably getting some rain or something down there. Rebecca's family saw Ludicrous. That's pretty cool. So. Yeah, it's wild. I guess as the bands come in, it's not too windy right now, but every once in a while it really kind of kicks up. I guess I could move myself out of the shot of the top of the trees. I'll go over here. Yeah, so the pool cover is just a screen. I don't guess I've seen glass ones down here in Florida. I feel like places that have glass would be where they do have some cold weather. But most of the screens in Florida or most of the pool cages, I think, are screens. Maybe there are some other ones, but are we insured? Yeah, we're insured. Let's see. Question, if you lose power, will you still do a live stream? And so how will you power up the lighting? I don't think I could power up the lights in the house, but the laptop that I'm streaming on and the camera that I'm streaming with, they do have some battery, so it would last for a little while, not forever. Mad Capper, thank you so much for the super chat. Heading to Orlando on Saturday night. It's crazy to see this going on mere days. Yeah, so we have 6 kids, and as I mentioned, 3 of them are here in Florida. We've got one in Gainesville, one in Wesley Chapel. We've got one in Lakeland. They're all doing well. We almost had a 4th one here, and I'm glad he came to his senses, but one of our sons was coming down for Halloween night at Universal. I think his tickets weren't even until Saturday, and for a minute he was going to come down because he didn't want the flights to be messed up, so I'm glad he didn't come down, but yeah, hopefully, I think I think the parks and stuff will be back open soon. What's up, Dave? I'm waiting for you to send me down a Donair. Direct hit there in Halifax from Juan, which was a Category 2. Let's see. Jessica Jones said it seems like the landfall is getting close. Russell, riding on the storm out. I was listening to it today. Finally, I figured it out. It was REO Speedwagon. But yeah, big shout out to Ludicrous. And Russell, thank you so much for the super chat. Let's see. That's an interesting question. Do hurricanes affect your pool? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if enough stuff gets in it, it'll be out of balance. But I tell you what, Jenny B loves doing the balancing of the pool. Our pool stays blue all the time. We have a crazy robot that's in the bottom of the pool that shoots up the sides. It's a really cool system, but it could get out of whack, but I'm sure it'll be fixed in a few days. The pH. Let's see. Green Giant is new with the channel. Welcome. Yeah, if you guys are new and you guys like talking about cruising and seeing cruise ships and stuff like that, please consider subscribing. Appreciate that. I haven't been in contact with Don. We've just been trying to take care of the storm and the family and stuff. But I've been watching his videos. It looks like he's doing well on a cruise. Jenny B, have you talked to Greg since the rain started? How's Gainesville? Is large hail a part of a hurricane? No, not most of the time. Most of the time you get large hail for tornadoes. So I'm assuming, I wonder if that's true for tornadoes that spin up during a hurricane. I've dealt with a lot of tornadoes in Tennessee and in the Midwest, and those all had hail. I'm not sure about hurricane or tornadoes that spin up from hurricanes. That's a good idea, Daniel. Yeah, we contemplated whether to bring the patio furniture in. It really hasn't moved at all. So, but yeah, that's an interesting thing. Do I feel nervous? No, I don't feel nervous. We are in a relatively... There's a lot of logical reasons for us not to feel nervous, and then there's also a faithful reason to not be nervous. So, feel pretty good. We're just riding it out and hoping the best for everybody. These things can be so devastating, and we're pretty good about not stressing out about stuff until you have to, because I know that, worry just doesn't do anything for you. So Jenny B and I are pretty good about, okay, we'll just address any problems as they come up. And, fortunately, most of the time things aren't a problem. So, I say it a lot, it's like, nothing's a problem until it's a problem. But then you spring into action and you fix it. Be as prepared as possible and stay chill, and then fix it if you need to. Let's see. David Smith, how many hurricanes? I have no idea. So I've been here for 5 years, and I feel like every year there's storms that come through. So. Did you consider going on vacation to avoid the storm? No, not really. Again, we have a lot of people here that I would rather be with all the people here when possible. So, especially like if you go on vacation and then you do have property damage, I couldn't imagine waiting out a week or something to get back to do it, Just tuned in. How is Jenny? Man, we don't have the dog anymore. So our dog was our daughter's, who just moved to Wesley Chapel, and he left us a couple days ago. But he's doing well over there in Wesley Chapel. And my mom's here, and Jenny B's here, and we are all doing well. Doing well. Jose, thank you so much for being here, first timer, and appreciate the kind words. Oh, Danielle may be in the chat. Oh, we just had a little flicker of the lights. I hope that doesn't kill the internet. Hey, there's our daughter in Lakeland. You guys doing okay, Marissa? We don't have a generator. We were talking about that last night in the live, like whether it made sense to get an inline generator. Somebody said they spent about $22,000 or got quoted $22,000. For where we're at, as infrequently as we deal with it, I don't know. I think we're going to look at it in the off season, though, to see if it makes sense. Scott Poole, thank you for becoming a channel member. Yeah, my brother said that. Yeah, have you guys lost power much over there, bro? How far away are we from each other, Chris? I think my brother's probably less than 5 miles. Jenny's mom's less than 5 miles. Jenny's sister is here, less than 5. We have an uncle that's almost in the same neighborhood. A Tesla Powerwall, that may be interesting. Yeah, a small generator from Sam's, like that will run on gas and run the fridge and stuff. Maybe. It might be something worth to have in the kit. My brother and I talked about it earlier in the week, but it kind of felt like it was Yeah, it was too late in the game to start trying to figure out how to gas up a generator and all that stuff. Steve's about 8 miles. We have so much family around here. My brother said we're 4 miles. 4 miles away. Thank you, Larry. Yeah, we're so far so good. Again, I wish I had another screen here that would show me where the thing is, so I could figure out if we were close or not close to going through it. But yeah, so Brian's saying, I don't think we're in the worst of it yet. Is my sense of it. Scotland is in the house. Can't imagine being in a hurricane. What kind of natural disasters does Scotland have? Gosh, I miss Scotland. I was looking the other day at one of the castles that I went to, and it was so nice. Power inverter from the car. Jenny, you look so cute in your hoodie.
It's cold out there.
Oh, wow. That's interesting to hear the delay. Oh, thank you. I was going to say mine's right there. I'll take that iPad.
Do you want yours?
Yeah.
Which one?
Just the white one over there. I'll see if I can pull it up. Thank you. See if I can pull it up. Pull up that one of those channels.
Hello.
Jenny B. Riding on the style mount. Let's see. Okay, Max is up. Let's see. We'll check out Max. Gotta let Max's ad play, and then we'll see what's going on. Pixel Heroes. Thanks everybody for the kind words. Yeah, so that's the thing I was interested in, the flying debris. I mean, I don't think the screen will actually prevent a lot, but I wonder if the screen actually would slow some stuff down. The other thing that I didn't realize, of course, we've only been in this house for a little bit, and our front door swings out, and I could never understand why that was. It's like this big door that swings out, and I guess the thing is that's good for hurricanes because you don't want the door swinging in and air coming there. William, the pool's been regulating itself all day, which is kind of nice. Like that's the same level it's been at through all the rain. It's got a way to drain itself as it goes. Oh, Mary Ellen Dillon, this guy's Max Velocity. I didn't hear of him until a couple days ago. I think just a few days ago he had like less than 100,000 subscribers, and now he's got 500,000. This guy, Max. I don't know if that comes in focus or not. All right, so maybe we'll see if he shows the track. I'm just going to mute it and put him over to the side here. I'll look over occasionally. Let's see. He's showing Cape Coral. Whatever he's looking at's jumping out. Let's see. Retrostar's been using the 5-gallon bucket to empty out the pool. Yeah, Jenny said it's cold outside. She's got a hoodie on and everything over there. I'm so proud of my little iPhone. I just have it on a little tripod outside the window to get that shot. Angela said, my dad's front and back doors swing in, and one hurricane, we had to take turns stationed at the door. Yeah, somebody on the news last night said that if you have that kind of door to like put some door stops and stuff so it doesn't do that. Yeah, almost. It shouldn't be too shocking that we have a pool. Elva, most houses in Florida have a pool. Yeah, look at me. I'm not even wearing black today. How about that? 93 tornado warnings. Yeah, so on his tornado warning thing that he has right now, he's showing 4 tornado warnings. I do like that. I don't know what software he uses, but it's pretty neat. Let's see. Terry said it's cold in South Carolina. Yeah, Lance, I don't know what his background is. Jenny was saying that he was maybe a meteorology student, which is kind of cool. Tornado warning in Cocoa Beach. I didn't do a good job getting prepared for this thing. Give me just a second. Let me get something to drink. I so desired to sit on the couch that the actual place I sat last night was so much more convenient. But I think this gives a better shot of the storm. Let me go stick my head out and see what it's like. Right in the storm out. I'm gonna get wet. I'm gonna get wet. Ah, it's wet out here. Oh, now my socks are completely wet. Right in the storm out. My hair's wet. It's raining heavy already, just outside the door there. Get a little ice water. Sounds like I'm peeing, but it's not. It's water out of the fridge. Right in the storm. Got water on my glasses. Yeah, so those are like the little things floating in the pool. I guess those could become projectiles. One's well, they both light up at night when it gets dark. They're solar, but I think one's got a thermometer in it. Did I wash my hands after getting water at the fridge? All right, so I got a little chair over here now to hold the Max. He's showing a storm surge over at Martin, Florida, like going past a bridge. Looks pretty bad over there. Where's Martin, Florida? It's St. Lucie. I think that's on the East Coast, right? Home rapid repair. We don't have a whole house generator, but we might do some research on that for next season. No, so JE, this is like most cages in Florida. It's just screen. Hey Briggs, what's going on? Was sitting here saying Tony has great music playing over this. Then I realized I had another YouTube channel playing. That's funny. Purpose is glorious from the Loki finale. It is raining, so as you can, I guess everybody, here's the quick pool thing. Look, it's open. You can see the sky. So yeah, the water's flowing through the screens. Max, the channel's called Max Velocity. And he's kind of, right now he's showing storm surge from Port Charlotte. And then he's showing, he just crossed 550,000 subscribers. I'm waiting for him to show the track of the hurricane, but I'm not seeing it over there yet. Let's see. Yeah, that was probably ice coming out of the fridge door. No, there's no hail falling there. 2.2 million watching Ryan Hall. That's pretty wild. That's a lot of people. Again, I think I said it earlier in the show. It's amazing to me. These guys are really serving a great purpose. Do we have a safe room? We have a safe word. I don't know if that counts or not. We do have a room that's not really exposed to anything. Most every one of our rooms have a window, but we do have there's like a closet area we could get into. There's a bathtub we could get into that's away from the windows also. There's a tracker link in on this guy's thing. I'm looking at his description. I don't know. It's kind of fun to play. He's got good graphics too. Question from New York's finest: going on a cruise early December, is that hurricane season? Now, officially, a hurricane season would end at the end of November. So it's June, July, August, September, October, November. So no, if there's a hurricane in December, that would be out of season. Rob Getsy, do you ever use UR Comp for casino carousing? No, I've never used UR Comp, but I've talked to people that have, and apparently it's a nice situation where you can take your casino offers from other cruise lines, and they will they'll try to match it. Ooh, look, they're really blowing now. I can hear it. Make sure Jenny's okay out there. Yeah. Where's Jenny? No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. DJ Sniper, I think Para DJ is on that cruise waiting to come back in, so they're probably in the safest place you could be. It's good to be cruising. Shell Harkness, this is the weather you want to get stuck in a pub in Scotland. Yeah, immediately I went to the movie that's not about Scotland, but I'm sure, do you guys remember that American Werewolf in London? Or am I just making that up? Is that what that was called? I know the Warren Zevon song was Werewolves in London, but was that the John Carpenter film too? It wasn't Scotland, but you know, I immediately when I started thinking about a pub in foggy weather. Briggs went on a cruise on the Breakaway last month, stayed in the Haven, filmed everything, and lost the SD card. Oh no. Was the Breakaway the one that we were on in New Orleans? Or was it, what else was, or was that the Getaway? I think it was the Breakaway. Staten Island in the house, what's going on? Oh yeah, so that was it. Breakaway. Yeah, an American Werewolf in London. Of course, the special effects don't necessarily hold up now, but that was a pretty interesting and scary movie. Carol Taylor, to become a channel member, there should be a join button. You may have to jump out of the chat or something, but I think it just says join somewhere under the window. John Landis. I knew it was one of the Johns. Not much of a horror film, but I did watch that one. Am I planning on going live again at 10? Now, this will probably be the only live. I figure once it gets dark, it doesn't make much sense, right? The visual is to see the trees moving. I don't, you know, it would just be looking at me then, so. What's Jenny B up to now that she's not travel agencying? She's still closing out with some clients. She's just relaxing and doing what she wants, and enjoying the house here, and just being Jenny B. See you, Michelle. Oh, he's showing Brevard, Florida. The camera over there is taking a wind beating, a lot of water. Yeah, it does look a little bit like Juneau, just a little wet and a little windy. Let's see. If you went by an upgrade on a stateroom, do you get the OBC for that cabin? It depends. Like, some cruise lines are different. Sometimes when you change your deal, I don't think, I think if it's through the cruise line and you get the upgrade, I would be surprised if they took away the OBC that they gave you through another offer. But it's always a great question to ask, that if I take this, if I change my room or I take the new offer, will it nullify the old offer? I think sometimes it has, and sometimes it doesn't. So Yeah, Booger 414. There's been a lot of tornadic activity, particularly on the East Coast. Will we ever cruise a premium luxury line like Oceania, Viking, or Azamara? Yes, we will. Faux show. Favorite cruise line is the next one, so that could either be Princess or Holland America. Depending how much damage the storm does, I might be on a Princess ship this weekend if it comes back in. If I don't make that cruise, then it'll be Holland America in November. Yeah, somebody's pointing out. So yeah, it's 6:15 here. Amazon info. I should be able to give that link. I think there is still some Prime Day stuff going. Let me see if I can open up a web page. I don't know. It's in I think yesterday's video. If you go to the channel and look at yesterday's video, the link should be there. I don't know if we're allowed to promote those links in the live stream, so I don't want to do anything untoward. Question, looking to cruise out of Tampa in December, recommendations for a good pre-post cruise hotel. The only hotel we ever stayed in Tampa was called the Tahitian, and that's really more of a boutique hotel. It was probably 20 minutes from the cruise port. Since we live so close, we just drive down to the port of Tampa. We wouldn't stay in a hotel. Anybody have a good hotel recommendation for Tampa? Let's see. Will we be safe at our current location and make sure? Yeah, so I think we will be safe here. We have some good confidence for that. And yeah, everything's pretty much at 100%. The iPad over here is at 100. The phone's at 100. Well, the phone's out there blowing through its battery, so it's not plugged to anything right now, but the laptop's charged. So yeah, I think we're okay. Hilton Channel side, that sounds like it would be a good place. How many hurricanes have we endured since living in Florida? I've been here about 5 years. I feel like we get 1 or 2 storms a year. We've been very fortunate in the Tampa and North Tampa area. Not a ton of direct hits. Tampa, I don't think's taken a direct hit for over 100 years. And then Jenny and her, Jenny's lived here a bunch of years. Her family lived here a bunch of years. So I would say probably 1 every year. So, or 1 or 2. Patricia stayed at the... Why are you inside the pool? I'm not. I'm in my house. Let's see. Did you fill containers with water? No, we have water in containers, but we didn't fill any ourselves. I might make a pot of iced coffee, though, before later on, just so I got it tomorrow. Never done the Queen Mary 2. I'd like to get on Cunard, though, and try it out. Oh, no, this is just the window. I'm 2 cameras going, right? So I'm inside the house. I guess I could show you the full screen. Hey, everybody, what's up? I'm just on a couch, and the pool's out there. Wait, how do I get the pool back? Okay, there's the pool. And there's me. Okay. Let's see. What is Max showing over here? Somebody else is there. What's it look like now, Ma? What are they saying?
It's the beach in Fort Myers Beach is flooded.
Yeah, this guy Max Velocity looks like he's showing a bunch of beaches that are getting.
Yeah.
So my mom's sister and my aunt are down in Fort Myers. Is the proper name of the pool enclosure called the lanai? I don't know what. I've seen rooms that don't have pools in them called lanais or Florida rooms. We could call it that. Whatever you want. Sounds good though. But I think the traditional way I've heard lanai used is really Florida type rooms. Brian says, why am I not drinking rum punch? I'm not much on the alcohol. It clouds the mind, dampens the spirit. Jenny V does love the camera. I don't know. I don't really know anybody that's more photogenic than Jenny either. So, Rolling thunder, fire and rain. Milton's coming as a hurricane. Here's a story about the hurricane. Of course, that has nothing to do with a storm, but shout out Ludicrous. Question, going on NCL out of Port of Miami, any good hotel recommendations? So, depends if you want to spend a little money or a lot of money. A lot of times when I fly into Miami, I will stay at the Radisson Red, which is kind of an industrial type hotel, very modern, concretes and steels. It's over by the airport and it's about a 45-minute ride to the cruise port. Then there's an area of Miami called the Blue Lagoon that has like a Hampton and a Holiday Inn. So if you're looking for hotels, you could just look for Blue Lagoon. That's a little more toward the cruise port, and I'd say the cost of these things get more expensive as you get closer to the cruise port. And then I think I've stayed at a Hilton or something right on the cruise port, and it was the most expensive. But it depends what you want to do money-wise. You can find a nice South Beach hotel, pretty expensive. Probably could see the cruise ship. But if you want to spend a little less, back out to that Blue Lagoon area. And if you want to stay even cheaper, stay over by the airport at the Radisson Red. Let's see. Bill said the official definition of lanai is a porch or veranda. So that's right. It's a lanai. Naples Pier Cam is crazy. Yeah, everything that this guy Max is showing on his stuff right now is a lot of water. A lot of water. Oh, wait. Here we go. He's just now showing the thing. It looks like the eye is approaching Sarasota, Bradenton, Sarasota, and Inglewood. The eye looks like that's kind of where it's at on the current track right now. Let's see if I can, not that we'd be able to tell, but I don't know if you guys can see that, but yeah, it looks like it's getting close. Like it's right, the eye wall. I mean, I'm assuming the outer bands are already hitting. That looks like the eye right there, though. There's a great Brandi Carlile song called Hurricane. You can dance in a hurricane, but only if you're in the eye. That's a good one. Shout out Ludicrous. Villages. We got several people from the villages here. What's going on, Charles? The blue stuff are the birds in the eye. Yeah. Wow, it's that is so weird. Look at this image. It doesn't look like there's anything south of the. Look how there's nothing down further south than that eye. I don't know what that image means. How crazy is that? Yeah, that's what my mom was saying as she walked through here, that Fort Myers Beach is getting beat up. Charles says over in the village is a little wind, a little rain. Not much right there. We have wine named Hurricane. How about that? Thanks, Beach Feet Hunley. Yeah, we're doing pretty much no sugar, so I don't think that glazed donuts would be helpful. But you could send some fruit. I could do natural sugar. Or protein bars are big right now, but I think we're pretty well stocked up. Yep, my mom's here. She's out there. The pool is just a screen. Wow, look at the wind is blowing. Camera's shaking a little bit. Sandy, we're in Spring Hill, Florida, so kind of north of all of it.
It is getting crazy out here.
Is it kicking up?
Oh my God, look at my head.
Oh, yeah, you're all frizzled up.
There's water. Come on, let's go water bottles in here. Come on.
So, Lacey, the 6 kids are spread out all over. We had 3 of them are in Florida, 1 in Lakeland, and I think they're most in the chat. 1 in Lakeland, 1 in Wesley Chapel, 1 in Gainesville, and then 3 other kids are not in the state. So, but everybody's doing good. Mama Christopher said hello. Wow, it's blowing out there now. Oh, I wish they. Okay, so it makes sense too because look, if we look at of course you can barely see Max's little thing now, but do you see it down in the corner? All that yellow stuff is kind of up near us, so that's probably what we're seeing. I probably could, next time I do hurricane coverage, I'll have to figure out how to have a hurricane map on the screen here. What weather channel are you watching? It's this guy called Max Velocity, and then apparently there's somebody. What's the more popular guy that you guys were talking about again?
Jim.
No, not Jim. They're Brad Hall or something Hall over here. They were talking about Ryan Hall. That's it. Well, Michael, glad to have you here. Yeah, these live streams. This is an interesting one, right? Just watching the pool with the camera shaking a little bit too. I hope my phone doesn't blow away. No indoor pool. That's an outdoor pool, Marcus. There's a camera outside. Can we do picture in picture? I am picture in picture. So there's a camera outside, and then this is me inside. Oh, could I do picture in picture of the map? Yeah, that's what I said. If I had to, if I'd prepared more, I could have. This is kind of a last minute thing. I was like, maybe I can go live before it gets dark. I don't know where's the good. I was trying to show you. I know it does look like I'm in the pool a little bit. I just wanted you guys to be able to see the trees.
It's getting gross.
Yeah, like if you look at this thing, it's spinning right above us. The eye wall is getting really close to going to.
It's 50 miles out right now.
Yeah. It looks like it's south. It's going right south to St. Petersburg. See it on the map there, Ma? So all of that yellow stuff is what we're getting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, so I could look. Looks like I'm swimming. Do you have another cruise? I have a cruise planned for Friday, but I don't know if it's going to work out. So, question: what premium dining option is worth booking the cruise for? I don't know that I would book a cruise for a dining option. There's a lot of good dining options. I guess it depends what cruise line you're trying to target, but I don't think I've ever been motivated to go on a cruise based on a dining option. Well, to be fair, maybe the going to La Petite Chef on Celebrity could be enough to try a cruise ship. I know that I was excited to go on the Celebrity Equinox because they had the glass blowing studio, but of course that's different than a dining option. Yeah, no hurricane party. It's a hunker down. We're just hunkering down.
Where's that shot of tequila?
Yeah, my mom's ready to start drinking. We don't have a barbecue. We kind of made the decision not to buy a grill. One less thing to deal with. Retro Sarge said he's having a party over there. Christopher's having a party, Ma.
No, I don't think I'll be going over there.
She says she's not getting in the car and driving over there. Yeah, we're doing pretty good here. We are north of Tampa. It looks like we're not going to get it as bad. We're still going to get it, but not as bad as south of Tampa. Cheapest cabin on a luxury cruise or most expensive cabin on a cheapest cruise? Considering that I really like the entertainment, and that's a big reason that I cruise, I would probably go most expensive cabin or cheapest cabin. No. What did you just ask? I would go most expensive cabin on the cheapest cruise because they would probably have better entertainment as a mainline cruise line. David, would I go on the Utopia just to go on the train car dinner show? I would not. I would not book Utopia just for that. It's pretty neat, but I wouldn't make a decision. I wouldn't put a whole cruise around it. The railroad experience is a good 8 or 9 for me. It was really neat. The fact that you sat in a stationary room that you felt like you moved because of that screen and the show, It really was fantastic. I wouldn't book a whole cruise to do it, but if I was on a cruise that had it, I would do it. Wow, so now some of the blue of it's starting to hit. It's happening. It's happening right now. Let's see what he's saying. Hold on.
They'll be capturing that along with, again, storm chasers that are in the area, so we're going to be keeping a close eye on that. And we're also watching for the worst of the wind, probably to be up in this area here.
He's circling St. Petersburg for worst of the wind.
This yellow area should be going through St. Petersburg and as well as eventually through Tampa.
Whew, that's so close.
So the worst of the wind currently is on the north and west side of this hurricane. There
That's
are also
where
a lot
we're at.
of birds. You can see them on the correlation coefficient. There are a ton of birds that are actually around and inside of the eye of Hurricane.
Wow, that really was birds. I thought you guys were goofing. Okay. Yeah, somehow the radar can track birds. David, did I take advantage of any Prime Day deals? Yeah, I feel like I bought 8 books. Maybe not 8. Altogether, it was like $45 worth of books. Have I ever heard David Wilcott's song Eye of the Hurricane? No, I don't think I have. I'll have to check that out. Oh, thanks, Celine. Yeah, the windows are rated for wind, and I don't think we're going to have that crazy wind. These trees blew pretty hard during Helene. Of course, only one's on one side of the concrete fence, so I don't know that the concrete fence would stop that multi-prong thing from blowing over there, but I think they're going to be okay. Question: yeah, I've cruised with a few of the kids, at least 2 of the 6 so far. Yeah, the funny thing is, cruising was kind of the thing that Jenny B and I decided to do after the kids got out of the house. So I'm kind of protective of it. Like, I don't really want to cruise with the kids, but at the same time, I love cruising, so I want my kids to love cruising. So I'm trying to be less hardcore about it being exclusive for Jenny and I. I know my son Andrew is going to go on a cruise at some point, but I don't know that he wants us to go with him. So there's that. And then, but yeah, I think eventually we'll get all of them on there. Yeah, Roger, I'm not sitting in the pool, so. And I hear it's kind of cold outside, actually. Yeah, I'm in the, I guess I could do the, but I feel like you don't get to see as much with me being inside like that. Feels like the tree's more the show than me, so. All right, I like being in the tree. Look at me, I'm in the pool. Question from Celine: what cruise line do you recommend with small kids? We did Cunard in June and my son loved it, but my husband hated the Atlantic crossing. What brand would be good for family? I feel like Royal's pretty good for family. Carnival, Royal, Norwegian, they all have good kids clubs. Princess has good kids clubs too, and that's kind of an elevated level of cruising, but I think for amenities and stuff like that, I do like some of those newer Royal ships for the kiddies. So Helena, when it comes to travel insurance, there's a lot of great options out there. If you go to insuremytrip.com, you can kind of put in what you're looking for and they'll have options. What Jenny and I do is we have an annual plan with a company called Allianz, but we have some, we choose different levels of like evac and stuff like that. So you kind of just have to decide what's best. Gina, have you ever done the Haven on NCL with ship? We've never done the Haven. One time we got invited to eat dinner in the Haven restaurant. That was on the Prima. It was nice. It was nice, but we've never actually stayed in a Haven's cabin. Tess Almond, the heiress to the almond milk fortune, is here. Are you planning any European cruises soon? Love the UK. Love from the UK. So I was over there last month or something like that. Nothing planned for the rest of the year, but it is one of my favorite places to cruise. I had such a good time going out of Southampton just recently. Is flood insurance, hurricane insurance required in Florida? I think it is. I don't know why you wouldn't have it, but I do think it is. I don't know if that's a French. I don't think they're French, Jen and Amy, but that's the way they pronounce their company. So I guess we'd have to research and figure out what their heritage is, but they pronounce it Alliance. What would be a good hotel for pre-cruise night on or around Boston? I'm not familiar with Boston enough to answer that one. Any Bostonians know that one? Oh, Journey with June and Brad. What part of North Carolina did you guys... Hopefully not Western Carolina. Our son went to school at Western Carolina, and they got rocked over there. Waynesville, Cullowhee, and of course Asheville, which is so sad. Is it common to shut down 95 South after a hurricane? I don't know, Brian. Question, do you have any recommendations for Grand Cayman port? You could go to hell. I mean, that's a thing that you do in Grand Cayman, and it's fun to say it that way, but hell's an interesting spot. It's like a geology, or it's I don't want to ruin it for you, but go to hell in Grand Cayman. It's kind of fun. I think we did a ride around tour where we went and saw some botanical gardens. We went to hell. We went to the Tortuga rum factory. There's some good stuff, yeah. Favorite hotel in Fort Lauderdale on the beach? Samara, we never really stay on the beach. I like the other side. So there's those hotels that are on the marina side. I always find them expensive. There's two hotels in Dania Beach. They're not on the beach, but they're in the Dania Beach side, which is the other side of the port. The Hyatt House and the Hyatt Place are right across from each other. There's a great deli called 2J's that we like to eat at. There's a Panda Express there, and the room rates are usually really inexpensive or reasonably fair, those prices. They have where you can park your car. They have a shuttle to the cruise port. That's normally where we stay, but we don't really ever stay like down on Fort Lauderdale Beach or anything like that. What would you recommend for a Hawaiian cruise? They've got the Pride of America, Norwegian Cruise Line, and that's where you actually fly to Hawaii and then you go around the islands. That's the only U.S. flagged cruise ship. But then there's a lot of cruise lines that go from the West Coast, Los Angeles, other spots in California, over to Hawaii. So maybe I would just look at your favorite cruise line and see if they have it there. Let's see. Yeah, 2J's is really a good deli. I almost did a news show today. It was interesting. I went over to my office. It was raining pretty hard. And then there were people in there that were kind of freaking out, worried about flooding and stuff like that. And so I ended up not making a video. And I was like, maybe that makes sense. I took all the stuff off the floor in my office just in case and brought some gear home. So I'll have to go see what that's like. But I guess all that said, before I left, I was researching cruise news. And I saw that Royal Caribbean has returned to Haiti. So that was pretty interesting. Cruise line for Japan. I tell you, anything that you're thinking about the ports being super important, I really like the way that Princess and Holland America both handled their shore excursions. I had a good time. Well, actually, I'm going to take that back. We didn't have a lot of options on our Royal Caribbean Japanese cruise because that cruise was really for mainland Chinese folks. We flew into Shanghai, and I think there were only 50 Westerners, and the rest were mainland Chinese. And so the excursions for U.S. speakers or Western speakers, English speakers, we're very limited, which is fine. I mean, it makes sense. And of course, I know a lot more now than I did back in 2018 or whatever, 2019. But I would almost look at the excursions before you picked a cruise line and see who had a lot of choices. It was weird, those Japanese excursions, because it seemed like the first half of the day wasn't great, but then the second half of the day would be great. But normally, just in my mind as a thought process, Princess usually has a pretty good ShoreX program, and Holland so far have had really good times with their ShoreX program. Michael Rubin, thank you so much for the super chat and the kind words. Yeah, the two balls floating in the pool are solar lights, and I think one of them has a temperature thermometer in it. When do you think the next world cruise for Royal will happen? I don't know. Maybe next year. I mean, it was a big success, and I know they've announced they're going to do another one, so yeah. Oh, no, Venice Beach is getting the rocking right now. Oh, yeah, he's showing some surge, too, on the max velocity over here. Oh, yeah, the other one holds chlorine. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're in a fairly safe position. I appreciate you guys asking. Princess to Hawaii. All right, so he just had the eye wall up. It looks like Palm Harbor down to Bayshore Gardens. I don't know what he's showing there, though. Oh, extreme wind warning. Palm Harbor down to Bayshore Gardens. What's going on, Ship Life with the Harris? Good to see you. Thank you for the kind words. Which do we love more? 25 cruises. I've never done an all-inclusive, but yeah, I like cruises better than anything on land. I think it's a better value. Sitting weird on the couch. What is he? Oh, Bradenton. Looks like it's getting some storm surge. Hello, Doug Bray. How the heck are you? Already blew through my water. I don't know. I don't know, Karma. Karma says, how long will the live go on for? How long has it been going for? I don't even know. I mean, we're not doing anything else. I figured until it gets dark, like until you can't see anything out the back there. MSC or the new Margaritaville for budget cruise pros and cons. I've never been on the new Margaritaville. I've been on a few MSC ships. I like them. I guess probably whatever you could get the best price for. I think they probably would both be a decent enough experience. Question from Chris: have I ever been interested in visiting Hawaii? So far, I've not really been that motivated to go to Hawaii. The reason I usually give is because of that documentary in the 70s about that family that went to Hawaii, and they had all kinds of trouble. Like the oldest son had a surfing accident, and I think the middle son had a spider in his bed. So after I watched that, I was pretty anti. Plus, I watched a movie where this guy went to surf the pipeline, and he had trouble. I don't know. No, I would go to Hawaii, I guess, but it's not the top of the bucket list. Would you do a Disney cruise or celebrity? I would only go on Disney if somebody that you were with really loved Disney. I don't really. What's up, cutie patootie? I love you in that hoodie. Oh, you're getting me more water? That's kind of cool. Have we ever done a European river cruise? No, but I think we probably would. We would do a Christmas market cruise, I think. I think our friend Don's trying to charter a whole river cruise for Christmas markets. Might try that. Oh, Sentimental Family. Yeah, the Vid Summit was nice. Are you going to go next month or next year? Bombo class. That's one of the stories I can't wait to see the conclusion to. I saw a ton of social media with the Lieutenant Dan guy. I hope it goes good for him. What kind of pool is this? I guess it's a freshwater pool. I don't know.
It's not saltwater.
It's not saltwater for sure. Prem Travels, yeah. I'm at home. I think I have AC Cobra. I think I have been on the Regal Princess. That may have been up there in Alaska. Cemental Family. I don't know if it's still on sale, but I was very tempted when it was on sale to book for next year. I don't know if I'm going to go or not. Yeah, David, that's a good point. We got a lot of fresh rainwater in that pool. Would I consider a transition to saltwater? No. And like maybe if somebody came to my door and had a compelling reason to go saltwater, somebody came preaching to me the virtues of salination, maybe. How much water a day do I drink? So this is my water cup. I probably drink 8 to 10 of those. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, thanks everybody for the good thing. Yeah, cardiac man. It's weird to hear myself. That's Jenny's phone on the delay. We could do row your boat in a round with myself. Row your boat gently down the stream. Row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Merrily, 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 merrily. That's right. I just sang with myself in a round. That's kind of cool. David Neal, what's the best movie that I've seen this year? What movies have come out this year? My son Andrew talked my daughter Marissa and her husband Jacob and myself into seeing the animated Transformers. It was pretty good. Deadpool and Wolverine is too violent for me, honestly. Oh, did I take advantage of the Spotter Studio trial? Did it provide any value? I did take advantage, and now you're making me wonder if I was supposed to cancel that. How long was that trial for? I haven't used it since the first day. Oh, thank you, Jenny. That was weird. I was freaking out. What's been the roughest seas you've experienced while carousing? McShiggity Pilot, I was in a category 2 or 1. I think I'm exaggerating now. We could call it a 2 just for exaggeration. It might have just been a Cat 1 typhoon in the Sea of China. The time that we went to Japan, we had to rush over to the cruise terminal, and we spent about 12 hours in a typhoon. That was probably the roughest. Mary Dieter is funny. I just looked down and I thought the word chicken was in there. Saltwater pool generates a small chicken. That's not what you said, though.
Real strong.
Yeah.
I like it.
Have you sailed from Carnival's port in New Orleans? If so, any pointers?
What's up, dude?
I walked to that cruise terminal, I think. I don't remember what it was like. It's been a couple of years ago. But
never heard of them. Are they good?
you guys, anybody gone out to New Orleans lately? I don't remember it being a hassle. Spent a lot of time on the Mississippi River. AC Cobra, I think Don's probably doing okay, right? It's on a cruise ship, so that's the place that's a really good place to be when the storm's churning, because they can move that ship out of the way and you can go cruising, having a good time there. let's see. How close are we to where Milton is making landfall? Sarasota, I would say we're probably 60 miles or an hour or something like that. I don't know exactly the mileage, but like whenever I go to the Brandon Mall, it takes me about 55 minutes from here. And then I think Sarasota is even further south than that.
Yeah, it's about 2 hours.
Jenny B says about 2 hours. Yeah, that's right. Sarasota is like a whole nother town where the clown college is. So yeah, it's way south. NOLA is a very fast. Yeah, I can't remember, Samuel, anything negative about it. Question, do you realize that we'll be celebrating 250 years of the USA in Philly during the group cruise? That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that. Laura and Christy, thank you so much for the super chat. Super chatty. Question, best place to play a board game on an XL class carnival ship hoping for a decent sized table somewhere?
Remember we played with those people?
Oh yeah, right outside the sushi restaurant has some nice big tables. Bonsai Sushi, I feel like that may be on 8 or 9. There's also a little area between the Alchemy Bar and maybe the steakhouse that has some big tables. There's a lot of good seating over there, actually, yeah. Brian, the Smoky Traveler. Did you delete the Wingspan game, Brian?
Oh, yeah, mine too, ask him.
Yeah, Jenny and I both said that our game with you that we started is not there anymore. And I was looking forward to crushing you again. Are we sailing during the week of Halloween? No, we're going to be at home. We don't have, so far.
Your sister's going to be here.
All the way through Halloween?
Close enough.
Yeah.
Maybe we could jump on something. We have the 11 too.
That's right. We have 11 too, so we'll be sailing right after Halloween. Yeah.
I'll be here for my birthday.
Yeah, Lacey. Well, it's still not official, Ma, so I don't know.
Oh, no, we won't tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've missed a lot of each other's birthdays.
Yeah, you just missed mine.
That's right.
Yeah. I'll be 73 one time.
Tony's missed my birthday before, Mom said.
Well, that's what I said. We've all missed each other's birthdays plenty.
It's no big deal. It's not like something I'm gonna like revenge you.
Every day is special.
That's right.
This is true. Every day is a birthday.
Every day that I wake up, I thank God.
That's right.
I was just looking for questions.
My feet hit the floor, and I thank God.
Planning on a family cruise, all adults. Any suggestions on a group activity, not an excursion? So what's nice sometimes with cruising with family, just make sure you try to have one meal a day together, which is nice. Are you talking about something off the cruise ship? You know, the good thing to do if everybody likes to shop for souvenirs or something, you can knock around that way.
Then where'd you go? Oh, you standing right there looking at me.
What's your favorite place to cruise? That one's tough. I mean, I've cruised a lot in the Caribbean. I've really enjoyed all these trips recently to Europe. But it seems like every time I go to a new place, I just end up loving that place. Like Iceland recently was great. So I think, right now I'm just wanting to go to the Med. I had a really good time for that short 4 days in Italy. So now I'm kind of ready to go back. Oh, thanks, Scott. Man, what time is it over in Australia right now? 12 hours ahead? 16 hours ahead? You're in the future. Scott's on Thursday, everybody. The storm's already over for Scott from Sydney.
Oh, ask him how it turns out.
How we do, Scott.
Yeah, we want to know, Scott, how do we do in the storm? Jacquie turns 54 tomorrow and wedding anniversary. Oh, that's cool. That little light helped. Jenny turned the light on outside. Oh, it's cold out there.
Oh, yeah, it's whipping out.
Yeah.
Whip it. Whip it real good. Come on, animal. Come on.
Let's see. Yeah, Mike G, I tell you what, I want to go back to Reykjavik and spend more time in the city. We had a great time going out to Blue Lagoon, but it would be neat. What do you think of Carnival's announcement of those mega 8,000 passenger ships? It's going to be interesting to see what they do, because sometimes those XL class ships, which aren't 8,000 passengers, they can feel a little bit crowded. I think for Carnival to be successful, they're going to have to find a way to make those ships not feel crowded in a way that I feel like Royal Caribbean does a good job. I've been on a lot of those Oasis ships, and they don't feel super crowded. So I think big ships are what makes cruise ships big money. I think they get the economies of scale, and I think it makes sense for them to make big cruise ships. But I think they run the risk of, if you make the cruising experience not super fun because of crowds and lines and stuff, I think they're going to run a risk of maybe losing people. But then the other thing is we have more people than ever coming to cruising. So the funny thing, and I've talked about this before, a lot of people say, oh, I miss the good old days of cruising. And so maybe some people stop cruising, but I think so many new people start cruising and they don't know the good old days. So I think cruise lines are kind of banking on that on some level. Redneck Lover, thank you so much for the super chat. We'll be on the Elation October the 19th through the 24th for the 51st birthday. Well, happy birthday early. Carnival, thoughts on Venezia? I've never been on Venezia, but I've been on Firenze. I like it. I think Carnival Italian style was smart. It allowed Carnival Corporation to not have to sell or scrap those Costa ships, and I think it's pretty neat. If I worked on a cruise ship, what job would I want? I would want something where you didn't have to work all the time, so probably some sort of entertainer, like play in a band or something like that. I mean, you'd still work a lot, but it seems like not as... I mean, the folks that work on cruise ships, I don't know how they do it. I mean, 7 days a week for... How long are those contracts? 6 months. Could you imagine working 6 months without a day off? It's not... and then you get a good amount of time off, but it's still, you got to have some time off each week. Question. I'll be going on my first solo cruise. This is from Tiffany. First solo cruise in 2026. Do you have any tip, suggestion, safe experience? Have you ever gone solo? I've cruised solo a few times. I never do anything to be solo though. Like I don't really get involved in like the solo experience. But I would go on a cruise line like Norwegian that has like nightly solo meetups, or even a thing like their solo studio where they have a solo lounge, because that way you're going to run into other people that are cruising solo and you have that common experience, that kind of thing. I have not watched, Dan asked, have I watched Dr. Odyssey? I've not. Is it pretty good? I saw the advertisements for it, but I never watched it. Right in the storm out. Got kind of caught. Well, give it a minute. It'll kick back up over there, but I don't know where the eye is right now. Cheesy, and I love it. Okay, Brian. Yeah, we'll get back into it over here. I had a great starting hand, so I feel like maybe you canceled it on purpose. I'm kidding. Thoughts on Perfect Day Mexico? We'll have to see how it is. I mean, I don't really care for the beach. I don't like being outside, and I don't like the sun, and I don't like sand. So all those perfect day things for me, I'm not a big fan of. I'm more of I like going to cold places where I can go to a museum or walk where it's not hot, that kind of thing. So I don't know that I'm the ideal Caribbean cruiser, beach person. We have beaches here too, so I'm a different kind of cruiser. But Perfect Day Coco Cay, wildly successful, right? So there's a lot of people that love that kind of cruise, and so I think if they know the formula. Is Perfect Day in Mexico, is that a Royal, or are we talking about what Carnival's doing? Regardless, these cruise companies know how to repeat their successes well, so I think people will dig it. Will I be meeting Dawn? So Dawn's supposed to be on the media and travel agent cruise that starts on Friday. If that cruise happens on Friday and I can get over that, I haven't packed or anything. So I guess we got to see what the world looks like tomorrow, whether or not they're still having the cruise, if the Sun Princess is going to be able to get into Fort Lauderdale on Friday. If all of that happens, I will see Dawn at some point over the next few days. I'll make sure to stick him in one of the daily videos or something. See how he's doing. Thoughts on Perfect Day Coco Cay? Wildly successful, right? So I think if they know the formula. Is Perfect Day in Mexico, is that a Royal, or are we talking about what Carnival's doing? Regardless, these cruise companies know how to repeat their successes well, so I think people will dig it. Will I be meeting Dawn? So Dawn's supposed to be on the media and travel agent cruise that starts on Friday. If that cruise happens on Friday and I can get over that, I haven't packed or anything. So I guess we got to see what the world looks like tomorrow, whether or not they're still having the cruise. If all of that happens, I will see Dawn at some point over the next few days. I'll make sure to stick him in one of the daily videos or something. Paradise Beach is a nice mix for me, Brian, because I can get under an umbrella there, and it's nice, but still, it's like a day of swimming and stuff, and it's pretty fun, but it's not my favorite kind of day on a cruise ship. So, Kelly Song, you're not late, man. This is what we've been doing for, how long have we been doing this? I don't know. Oh, an hour and a half. Wow, we've been doing this for an hour and a half. Favorite thing to do on Mexican Riviera, I might be going back to Cabo pretty soon. I really enjoyed my day in Cabo where I went and saw the natural arches. I don't even think I ever published the video, which is a shame because I have a lot of great footage and I don't know where it's at. But the day that I went to Cabo, I took a small boat out to the natural arch and looked at the natural arch, which was amazing. Then I got on a bus and we went to a glass blowing studio, which was amazing. And then we went shopping, which wasn't as amazing. But Cabo, I'm looking forward to going back to Cabo. Randy Overstreet, any advice on starting a new cruise content channel? Are there too many out there? No, I mean, you know, YouTube's vast. And I think there's it just depends what you want to do with it, obviously. I say go for it. I mean, all you can do is try, and YouTube is one of the most easiest, like there's no barrier to entry. You can make a video, you can upload, and you can start marketing your content and trying to get people to watch it. It's the same for everybody. So I would do it. On starting a new one, the thing that I'm interested, I've been thinking about some other type of content. The thing that I've been hearing a lot is when you start it, try to upload like 10 videos at one time, which is wild. So that if somebody watches one of your videos and they like it, they can immediately watch another one. That's an interesting idea. Like, I think if I started a channel from scratch now, would I put 10 videos up at one time, which kind of goes against my intuition, my instinct. But then I've heard a lot of gurus talk about that. So that would be interesting to try. Yeah, Rob, I'd like to do a shout. I mean, I don't know if there's any copyright implications with a shout out Ludicrous shirt. I don't want to do anything to infringe on anybody, but it would be kind of cool. Max Velocity saying another 1.5 hours to landfall. What time is it now? 7:03. Amber Cove, there's usually an excursion there to a place called Monkey Jungle. That's what I would do. Any favorite things to do in Bermuda? I've never been there, but when I go, there is an excursion that has something to do with the Bermuda Triangle, which, because of a movie called The Man Who Saw Tomorrow that was narrated by, what was the guy, Raymond Burr, back in the 80s, I've been fascinated with the Bermuda Triangle, so I want to try to do that. Let's see. Mary Beth wanted to ask if you and Jenny were going to Mr. Sancho's when we go to Cozumel in December. We hadn't really thought it through, but yeah, probably won't go. Super hard to do 10 videos unless it's short. They're short. Yeah, so I mean, it would take some planning, honestly. You know, and the people that were giving that advice, they're people who launch big channels or that things that end up being big channels. So it's definitely a strategy. I mean, you could do it in cruising, right? You could go on... There's a lot of different cruising content you can make, right? You can make tip videos, you could make ship tours, you could make vlogs, you could make news videos. So you could throw a mix of stuff up. The other thing that's always been a question for me is we've made all that content. We've tried a bunch of different content. And, you know, the challenge is sometimes you might get somebody that likes to watch a tip video, that doesn't like to watch a news video, that likes to watch a vlog, that maybe doesn't want to watch, you know, some podcast type style. So it's, but then kind of the new thinking with YouTube right now is that you are the niche, right? Like, as long as you're providing value in something that's interesting, then it maybe doesn't matter what content type that you make. It's really hard. I mean, I got to say that every day I watch videos and read articles on how to be a better YouTuber, and I've been doing that for 7 years. And if you follow the 7 years of me making videos and marketing videos, you can see a lot of change all through that. So I'm always trying to figure out what's the right way to go. And I think maybe sometimes I do too much change, but I don't know. It's fun. It's the most funnest problem I've ever tried to crack. Orson Welles, that's what it was. Who did I say? Raymond Burr? Did I say Perry Mason did that? Yeah, that Orson Welles, that thing scared me, right? That's the first time I'd ever heard of Nostradamus. Oh, yeah, we're doing good down here, Slinky. Oh, look at this, though. I say that as I look at the camera outside. That thing's blowing. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Yeah, that first video, I tell you what, I can barely watch that first video. I had such a thing in my mind, like, so we were going from Charlotte, North Carolina to Mobile, Alabama for our first cruise. And I thought it would be cool to show each changing of the road. And it's the most boring thing. Like, it was way too much, road. I can watch any of them that Jenny B's in. So she's saying she can't watch some of them, but anytime Jenny's on somewhere, I can watch them. Yeah, certainly, Bill. Yeah, just got to start somewhere. So I guess I'm pretty proud. I see some people still making the same videos that they made 7 years ago, and it's like, you got to, I think if you want to be successful, you got to learn to chase what people are interested in and still put your spin on it and all that kind of stuff. Question, Royal Caribbean Ovation of the Seas coming to Los Angeles 2025. And Royal Caribbean Quantum of the Seas coming 2026 to LA. What do you think about those ships? I don't know. Have I been on? I've been on Spectrum, which is a Quantum class ship, and Odyssey. I like them. I mean, they're a little. They're not as wide as a Oasis class ship, but they have a lot of good entertainment venues. I like it. Yeah, Slinky. My beautiful mother is here riding out the storm. Riding on the storm out.
Who's talking about me?
Everybody's talking about you, Mommy. Very popular. Very popular.
Hello, everyone.
My mom says hello. Question on longer trips like to Australia, do you think it's worth to try to organize a few cruises so you benefit? Yes. That's what was tough when I went to Italy. We were just there. NCL had brought us over there. And it was such a short window to try to plan anything. I couldn't plan anything around it. I almost tried to get on the Sun Princess coming back, but I didn't want to be away from home that much. That probably would have worked out well, flown from Venice to Southampton and got on that cruise. But I'm a big fan. If you're gonna make a big trip like that, I dropped my water. If you're gonna make a big trip like that, put more than one thing there. Gen B, what's the maximum nights I could personally cruise? I think I've done 21 days or something like that. I don't think I could do more than 30. I like popping back home a little bit. Rebecca, so a new cruise that I got turned on to last year. Of course, going to Alaska is a nice cool weather cruise, but I really enjoyed that cruise up the east coast of the U.S. We left from New York and ended up in Quebec City, and it was beautiful. Billy, we're not right on the shore. We're probably, I think we're 5 to 10 miles inland or something like that. What do you recommend in the Bahamas? If you're going to Nassau, there's some cool stuff there. There's a pirate museum there, which is interesting. There's this thing called the Queen's Stairwell. I've never been there before, but that gets a lot of love. There's a brewery there if you like beer, Pirate Republic. And then I like the little port area too. It's kind of neat just to knock around there and get you some steps in and that kind of thing. What's the thoughts on the Villa V Odyssey? I'm glad they're on their way. It's an interesting concept. Me personally, I'm not in love with the idea of buying a long-term commitment on a really old cruise ship. Like, I don't think I would love that. I saw some of the cabins that people got to move into, and I don't think it would be for me. But yeah, I like it. I'm glad that they're going, though. Did we just get lightning or just somewhere else? Oh, is it lightning behind me? Well, I didn't. I'm just looking at the chat. Benny, can you use your own Starlink aboard a ship? Apparently on Carnival you can't. That's the only story I've seen where they got it taken away. But then I saw another TikTok with somebody that had Starlink out on their balcony. So it looked like a royal ship. I'm not sure. Yeah, BDT, right. The sail out of New York. It's got to be in my top 5 sail outs past the statue. Yeah, Brian, I haven't seen that. Is that Midlife Cruising that put 3 cabins together? I think I need to try to track that video down. It'll probably be pitch black out there by 8 o'clock, I would think. Reed Timmer has some good coverage of the storm. Coast is getting hit hard. Let me see if I'll abandon Max for a second. Let me close this one out. Riding the storm out. What'd you say I was? Reed. I lost it. Reed Timmer. REED. Is that on YouTube? I guess I should have asked that before I started going somewhere else. Read Tim alive.
There's lots of weird noises out here.
Really? Is it getting noisy?
Yes. Like things flying around.
Oh, I'm going to go out here and check it out. Oh. Pick it up on the mic. What do you think?
I don't know. Something boomed before. I don't know what it was.
Oh, do you think the transformer popped?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the electricity on the other side of the street is... Oh, I can't see what's on the camera. Oh, I wish I could see. I can kind of see it. Jenny, you going to wave at everybody? Yeah, it's pretty well dark now. Right in the storm. It doesn't look like it's blowing as bad, though.
Yeah, just.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting next couple hours, I say. Wow, look at all this water coming off of this. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go check the chat again.
Can you bring that in again, please?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, might as well get a soda while I'm up. Soda. S-O-D-A soda. S-O-D-A soda. That's wild. That camera's doing a good. It's very dark outside to the naked eye, so the iPhone is definitely doing some work. Okay, so over here on the Reed Timmer, he's with some Storm Chaser. I don't know where they're at. 15. It says eye wall approaching. 15. He's got a countdown over here. 15 minutes and 36 seconds. I need a bigger table next time I move to the couch here. Babsia. Is that how you say it? Reed Timmer's live is scary. Oh, yeah. What is his? Oh, wow. This is looking bad, wherever he's just showing right now. Wow. Question, do you have a pump just in case you have to drain some water from the pool? Yeah, so the pool is doing it right now. But I don't think I have a manual water pump. Yeah, that Scott Travelers, they took that away from him because of that video, so they're not down with it on Carnival, the Starlink. Any chance of your pool overflowing into the house? Very little. We assessed that. I don't know that song. Might as well go for the soda. That's interesting. I have to look at. You guys are giving me a couple song recommendations that I should look up. I need to take a note. Reed is just south of Tampa. All right, so he's showing that eye wall starting to touch the land over near Port Charlotte. 14 minutes of let's see what he's saying.
Connor's another chaser. He's got his own channel, along with Freddie McKinney, who's also.
Oh, so he's showing some live streaming
and the sub as well as
storm chasers.
You can see right below me, the eye wall is coming in, and it's kind of like we're at maybe a 6. It's going to go up to a 10, depending on where you are.
Wow.
Plus we got the storm surge coming. Plus we got.
Oh, it's going to be nice in 3 or 4 hours when this is past us. Of course, it's going to be even better when it's past everybody, but. Yeah, Janice, I mean, this is it. I mean, we're not doing anything dangerous or anything. We're just riding it out in the house, so. Jenny P doesn't actually smoke anymore, Scott Travelers. If she did, that's where she would smoke. There'd be no smoking in the house, but she don't smoke the cigarettes. Sometimes we have friends over that smoke. Hey, there's Lifewell Cruise. What's up, Lon? You guys back from your MSC cruise? This is what we have going on. Oh, I kind of pointed the camera not at the trees anymore. Hold on. Let me go change the camera angle. Oh. Man, how about the ISO or the ISO on the iPhone? With my naked eye, I cannot see those trees outside the cage. That's right, just some dude hanging out during a hurricane. What else will we be doing? Watching TV. Yeah, no, we're very fortunate that that this thing didn't come further north. Yeah, I'm looking at that Reed Timmer stuff too. It's looks pretty crazy. Yeah, so Knit Style, I did get the new iPhone because I heard the cameras and the mics are good on it. So I had a 13, so I got the 16. I feel like I may have filmed one vlog on it so far. All the stuff that you saw out and about in town the last few days has been on that iPhone 16. The eye's not going to be up here, so we're north of where the eye is going to come. We're just on the outer bands. We're about 2 hours north of where the eye is going to come on. So, Z Johnson or XI Johnson IX, thank you for the super chat. Favorite cruise ship is Utopia of the Seas, and oh wow, look at those trees now. Thank you for saying we're the favorite channel. Holy moly! You okay, Jen? Jenny's there. Ooh, the glass is reacting to that wind too. The door. Wow, that's crazy. Question, isn't it ironic that the two cruise vloggers that I follow, you and Don, are in the heat of a hurricane right now? Yeah, Don and I, I think we do have a lot of overlap, so not super surprising, but yeah, a lot of people coming to Florida right now too. I think there's a pair of DJs on that cruise with Don, and I don't know who else. So this guy over here, Reed Zimmer, said he's got a countdown, 9 minutes and 50 seconds for the eye wall to approach wherever it's coming in. Looks like it's just south of Tampa on his thing. Oh, he just went away from it. Man. Those trees are getting rocked. Our little screen's getting rocked too. You see the light glimmering off the screens. Wow. Yeah, Chuck, there is a satellite option if your cell phone goes out. I mean, I guess you could use it regardless. The thing that they're saying, I should have tested it prior to the storm, but it looks like, yeah, you can go out there and use the satellite if you can. But I think right now the cloud cover would be too poor to make that connection. That's a great question, Hugh, man. I don't know what the wind rating for the pool cover is, but it's been taking it pretty good. Ada Shave, what's the latest set that you have? I ordered stuff from Lego when I was traveling, so I probably have 4 boxes of stuff to open, and I don't even know what I have. So maybe I'll have to make a video of an unboxing. I hope the Jaws set's in there. I think it's in there, but I'm not sure. Question, must-eat place on the Mardi Gras. I would say the deli is a must-eat for me. I enjoyed Chibang. Not everybody enjoys Chibang. I would eat at the places that aren't on the other ships. Chibang and, well, there's Cucina on other ships. I would go Chibang. I would eat stuff from the Java Blue, the empanadas. I would try the special sandwiches at the deli. And then... yeah, those are all good. The tree's not super close to the pool. Like, we got a whole width of a backyard between that and the thing. Shaq's Big Chicken, that's a good call out too. Yeah, you got to try Shaq's Big Chicken on the XL class. Oh, the countdown's not on the thing anymore. On Reed Timmer, it just says eyewall approaching. Strongest of the storm. Wow, this thing that he's showing over here looks insane, guys. Look at this. That looks crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That would be interesting, a miniature cruise ship in the swimming pool. I think the Carnival Deli is underrated. It's really a good spot to get some interesting food. What city are we in? We're in Spring Hill, Florida. Thank you, Sheree. Yeah, we're hanging. Yeah, I don't know what the wind gusts are, but yeah, you can see the screen going back and forth. Looks like the eyewall is getting ready to go in near Bradenton. Wow, that wind is whipping out there. Did you consider staying on the Sun for the first revenue sailing? My sister, who I haven't seen in a while, who actually writes the articles for LaLitaLoca.com, she's going to be in on the 14th. So we're going to be doing some brother-sister time. My niece is coming too. If I don't do beaches, what do I do in places like Barbados or Antigua? I just walk around to the shops. A lot of times when I'm down in those places, I'm usually out for the ship more so than the location. But I think the last time I was in Antigua, I went and got some local food. But yeah, I just remember it being hot, and I was like, oh, I'm excited to get back on the ship. Where's Jenny? She's in the chat, and she's out there in the pool, actually, the pool area. Thank you, Craig. Good to see you. Category 3, I think, as it's coming to the shore. Thank you, Paul. Thanks for all the kind words. Oh, what is this thing going to do? Hopefully it's not too devastating. This looks like of course, over on this Reed channel, they're showing a lot of trees down. It's a mess where it's coming on board.
Half an hour to our landfall in Sarasota.
Wow. Yeah, the sky that I'm watching here is showing the eye almost to Sarasota.
It wobbled twice.
Yeah.
Towards Sarasota, so that's going to save like a million of people in Tampa.
Benny says the screen around the pool just for the bugs. I don't know what the rationale is. It does seem like most of the pools in Florida have a screened-in cage like that. It's good for leaves too, especially if you have trees and stuff around. It catches the leaves, and then it should keep an alligator out too if a gator comes up on you. So AJ Adams, somebody recommended Reed Timmer, and he's showing a lot of storm chasers over there. REEDTIMMER. Let's see. How's the storm, says Ron? So far, so good for us. It's just windy and rainy. We got fortunate. It didn't really come far north. So the Waffle House status today, I almost went to find a Waffle House, but it was raining pretty hard here, so I didn't do it. Mama Scott McNeil says hi. Oh, she went back in the other room, Scott. Yeah, I mean, I'd hate to say we're through the worst part. I don't know that that's true yet, but hopefully in another 2 hours, it'll be starting to move more away from us. So, yeah. So Bright Broccoli, Tampa's western Florida, kind of west central Florida, and then Spring Hill's north of that. There's just one light out there, a ceiling fan light. That's what's illuminating the front part of the pool, Smitty. Hopped on late. Cruise plane still up in the air. Yeah, beached in Texas. I don't know what the latest. I did get an email. Let's see what this says. Yeah, it looks like the cruise is still on for Friday, so I don't know what the latest I would have to be over there is. It's about a 4.5, 5 hour drive for me. Any kind of idea of what the cruise ships are going through? I'm pretty sure the cruise ships do a good job of moving out of the storm. So I would imagine as this storm starts to go across Florida into the Atlantic there, cruise ships are going to be out of the way. I did see somebody say that they were in the Gulf following the storm, the back end of the storm. So again, these cruise companies have their own meteorologists, and the goal is not to, like, you're not riding out a storm on the cruise ship. They keep you out of it. The time that we got caught in the typhoon in China, the ship was already docked, which is the worst scenario. You don't want a storm to lay in on top of a ship at port. And so they put the email out to us, like, get to the cruise port right now so we can try to outrun the storm. And we didn't outrun the storm. It overtook us in about the 4th or 5th hour of us trying to get out of the Chinese Sea. But, yeah, so. Yeah, somebody said Don's ship was not allowed. Those cruise ports are closed. Not not just the cruise ports, but the Port Everglades, all the Port of Miami, all of that's closed. So no ships in or out, regardless of the circumstance. You got to think they have to mobilize everybody to go do other jobs for this impending storm. And once you call all of the port people away, like customs and all that, it's not like you could just flip a switch and change everything up. So once they call that the port's closed, the ports are closed. Not really anything you can do about it. Do I think Disney will be open Thursday, only closed 11 times? I don't know, Scott Travels. I don't know much about how the theme parks work. I would think, there's so much tied to that attendance at those theme parks. I think they would do everything possible to be open. Let's see. Question from Jay Scar. Are we booked on the inaugural of the Star Princess? Do you think they'll make same mistake twice? We booked initially for August and they moved us to October. I'm not booked on the Star, so I'm not really sure. I'm not sure what... I'm sure, like every other cruise line, they're learning lessons from the... It's hard to put out a cruise ship for the first time, first part of the class, so I'm sure there's definitely lessons learned there. Yeah, Barb said the storm's going right across Florida. It wouldn't go to Disney World. It should be gone by tomorrow, but so is it possible to go Friday? I don't know. What is... Power just went out on streetlights. Let me see what the screen is. Yeah, it's pitch black out there, guys. So what you're seeing, where you can still see the trees for us, is the iPhone doing its work to enhance the image. But like when I can't see those trees with my naked eye when I'm outside.
I think it's here.
It's getting close, right? Raymond said, what do I use to edit my videos? Final Cut Pro. So, I don't know, as you guys can see, it doesn't look like the pool's keeping up with the water flow, so we might have to bail some water. We're checking whether or not I might have to jump off and start bailing some water out of that pool. We do have some group cruises. We use our travel partner, Where's Walter. I don't have the links right now, but once we get out of the storm, when we do another live, do that. Yeah, ABC XYZ, it's not horrible. It's definitely worse some other places. We got a lot of wind and rain out there now. The trees are whipping around, but you can't... Well, it looks pretty... The trees are whipping pretty good from what we can still see. We don't have a generator bill, no. It's nice in our neighborhood, though. The power lines are underground, and the way that the city is set up, it's kind of in a grid, so... power. It's not that power couldn't go out here, but we're not in a horrible space. We're not at risk for storm surge here. The Nest, we don't do the travel business anymore, so I can't really get cruise deals for anybody. Yeah, that's what we might have to do, is just run a siphon out of there, Slinky. I don't know. I can still see more of it now. Boy, it's rocking though.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you don't want to. Come here, Mommy. Yeah, come here.
I don't have U.S. World or MSC World America booked, so. Trying to decide whether we're gonna bail water out of the pool here. Okay, Jenny B says she thinks it's okay for right now. All right, we'll hang out. I probably will have to take a break and go to the restroom though. We've been 2 hours here, and I've been chugging water and soda. Kim says, "Am I originally from Florida or moved from another state?" I was born in Indiana, lived most of my life in Nashville, Tennessee. Jenny B is from Long Island, New York. She moved down here when she was 15. And but then I moved her up to Tennessee. So Jenny's kind of an honorary Floridian. I've got 5 years in the state. Let's see. Look at that pool rocking though. That's pretty wild. Paul, are we considering trying Explorer cruises? They're owned by MSC. Yeah, I like that ship. I've looked at it a lot. So, Slinky, we haven't filled up a tub yet. We might as it gets a little later, but I don't think we're. Yeah, Jenny and my mom's dog. They're both outside watching the storm. Do I think the canopy will blow away? I don't think so. I mean, Helene had some pretty strong wind, and it held up. So I think the screens would rip before the canopy. Who lost power? Jenny said somebody lost power. My brother? Oh, no. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
It's here. Yes, I know. The motivator.
Kathy, this is our house. So this is I guess you'd call this our great room. It's connected to the kitchen. And then the pool's behind us. I'm inside. I don't know. It doesn't seem obvious just because of the way this thing works. I'm in the house. In the house. In the house. But then this is a shot from outside the house, and then this is me inside the shot from the shot outside the house. What kind of temps are we experiencing? It's cool outside. I don't know what the temperature is.
It's like 70.
70.
77.
My mom says 70. It's 77, yeah.
Yeah, it's cooled down quite a bit.
How long have we lived in this house? 5, 6 months, something like that? Yeah, bro, if you guys need to come over, don't be... Of course, you have to drive, but it's not that far. So
I wouldn't recommend that right now.
better now than in an hour, I would think. Maybe.
I gotta go check the other people.
All right, I'm going to take my microphone off and go to the restroom. That way you can't hear me use the restroom. So I will be back. Enjoy the view of the pool. I will just leave the view of the pool up. I'll be right back. If I can extract myself. Ugh. You all right? Let me know if you need something. All right. And a bet. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking at that guy Reed Timmer's thing. It looks like the main part of the eye is still off the coast, but closing in on Sarasota. Oh wow, Karen, your brother's in Asheville. Did they get hit hard? It's so sad, Asheville. Oh wow, so sorry to hear that, JC Shaves. Definitely be praying for you. The good book said, blessed are those who mourn, for you will be comforted. So I just pray God comforts you at the loss of your parent. It's the worst. No, Braden, we're north of Tampa, so we're pretty close to the coast of Florida, far enough away that we're not dealing with storm surge or anything, but we're on the nature coast. Hitman, I haven't even been looking at any of the Lego sets coming out, so I still there's a couple I still want to build. Like I really do still want to build the Titanic, but I haven't been looking at buying anything new, so. Karen said the Asheville family's okay. That's good. Yeah, our son went to Western Carolina, and of course we've been to the Biltmore before, and to Asheville, North Carolina, and seeing all that, some of that stuff devastated is sad. When is hurricane season officially over? It ends at the end of November. So, Punta Gorda in the house, still with power. That's awesome. Gosh, those screens. Of course, it's got the light reflecting off of it, so it may make it look more extreme. That might be the normal flex in those screens, but they look like they're moving. Marie Stubbs, what's my opinion on the new Mort? See, I haven't dug deep into it. I think we've been in the middle of all these storms when it came out, so I didn't really do a comparison. I know that it's gotten some sort of pushback, but I don't know. So I have to look. Have you taken a close look at it? What do you feel about it? Ooh, that wind is whipping out there. Oh, Cookie Myers, my old school boyfriend, BFF. My old school BFF has a son who is a sponge diver in Tarpon. I love going to Tarpon. I've gone on a dolphin tour out there. Of course, they got great Greek restaurants, and then the fact that they are able to farm sponge, it's pretty amazing. Do we have sandbags? We don't have sandbags. What's it looking like, Jeannie? Do I need to go bail out the pool?
Well, we have that French drain, and then we're about, what do you think that step is, about 6 inches?
Yeah. I mean, I can still see the blue tile, so I don't think it's raising up a ton. Yeah. Yeah, we're on the west coast in a town called Spring Hill, just north of Tampa. 46 mile wind, gust of 81. That seems right, Mary. Definitely feels gusty that way. Did a transformer just pop? This is wild, y'all. Who would have thought this is what we'd be doing on a Wednesday night? First time cruiser sailing, wonder of the seas in a couple weeks. As a fluffy person, I'm curious if you know if the arms on the seat in the theater lift up, or are they pretty roomy? On Wonder of the Seas, the arms do not lift up. There are some seats in there that are fluffy friendly, but you got to get there early. There's some chairs that I fit in pretty well. You got to go down to the first level, and then right by the back, I don't know the best way to describe it. So when you go in the main theater, you go down a set of stairs, then you go down another set of stairs, and you're on ground level. As soon as you go down the stairs that put you on the ground level, look to your right and left, and there's usually some chairs that work out pretty well there. Let's see. What's the latest on Villa V? I don't know. I haven't looked at them in a few days. Somebody mentioned maybe last night that they had moved on from France. So good things to do in Costa Maya, Corey. I like going. I had a good time going to Chokchoban, which is some ruins there, Maya ruins. Optimus Prime. What do you say?
Need to plug in stuff so it stays strong.
Oh yeah. Charge your phone. Yeah, Miss Eve, it looks like Sarasota. I'm watching this guy over here read timber, and he's showing the eye wall getting, or the eye actually getting close. So. Lisa says, "How's the weather? Inclement." That's what I'm saying. Inclement. Amber Cove, Monkey Jungle. That's what I like to do.
Do you need more water?
Hunter. Nah, I'm drinking a soda over here. Hunter says Royal Caribbean announced. Oh, okay, it went away. RGR. Yeah, I can hear the wind. And every time I look over at this glass door, it kind of moves a little bit.
Yeah, the person next door must have something on their roof. Because when I go into our room in that restroom,
Yeah.
it just sounds like something's.
Yeah, it's very loud. When I went into our room for the restroom, there's something thumping over there. Of course, so our neighbor has those solar panels with their pool heater on it. So hopefully that's staying attached to their roof. Let's see. Yeah, so Carl, we got batteries charged up ready, but we're still just trying to use the power while we can. I got a big old fat daddy battery from Anchor.
Do you?
Yeah, it's over in my bag. Let me get it.
I have this one.
Yeah.
Is it charged?
I think it's charged, but it connects to my backpack when I travel. Let's see. Let's see what the percentage is. Right in the style mouth. Is 0 good?
No.
I guess I gotta plug this in too. 0?
You can give it to me. Is it this thing too?
No, I can do it over here.
Okay. Anything I have this flashlight on.
Charge a battery while we're all talking here. Man, I keep looking over to the iPad. Whatever that guy's showing is a mess. Oh, this door is flexing, Jenny.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That-
I like it, I don't like it.
That one's, whatever's happening big time over here now. Wow. Yenny Boy, excited for the Sun Princess? Yes, I would love to do that. What Millie says, what ship have you not been on that I'd want to sell on? Icon of the Seas, probably number 1 on that list. What to do in the ABC Islands? Aruba, ride the free trolley around. Bonaire, I've never been there. And Curacao, go to the bridge and go to the lock, the Lockhart. There's also, there's pretty like decent bakery there. I can't remember what it is.
I'm gonna go call my mother.
Check on the mama. Check on everybody. Check on Gregory. Danielle. Let's see. Question: are their build kits similar to Lego? Scott, what are you talking about, Scotty Mac? Yanni boy, glad to have you here. Els, thank you so much. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. The wind's kicking pretty hard, and we're hearing some strange noises, but so far we still have power, and the storm's starting to move past us, but I think we might be moving into the part where it's the worst, so we'll see how it turns out. Hunter Flannery, I haven't really looked at it, so I don't know. I don't know what that is actually. Perfect Day Mexico. I was talking about it earlier though. If it's the same thing, then I think we're good. Wow, the glass is actually. Is that lightning behind us? So Scotty, yeah, there's a lot of knockoff Lego. I'm a purist. I don't buy knockoff Lego, so they're a lot cheaper too, but we don't have a generator. Uber drivers, Uber's closed right now. Fred Smith, we're at our house here in Spring Hill, Florida. Wow, the lightning's kicking. Yeah, I'm looking at this read thing. I guess so. When does it count as the eye hitting land? When the circular black part of the eye is on the land, I guess. I mean that makes sense, but I don't know what's official. Yeah, Scott, I was interested in that too, whether or not the Sun Princess has a library. So certainly. I'll only be on there for 3 days, but I'll definitely spend a couple hours doing that walk and talk ship tour. Hopefully I can acclimate myself to the ship quickly enough to where I can walk around and it makes sense. Bill, we don't have any pets. My mom's dog is here with us tonight, but we don't have any pets. Antarctica, Australian, or Japan cruise. That's a tough one. I've never been to Antarctica, but I've been to Australia and Japan, and both of them are great in their own way. If you could work it out, I would do a cruise that goes to Japan and Australia. There's several of those out there. It depends where you've been. Like if you've never been in Asia, I would do Japan first. But if you've been somewhere in Asia, maybe I would go down to Australia. With my phone. I wonder if my phone's going to blow away out there, guys. You see it shaking? Next cruise after the Sun Princess, I think, is Eurodam. It's one of those damn ships on early November. I think it's Eurodam. Yeah, Jim and Cammie, I really do need to try Oceania. That's on my bucket list, just to see what it's like. QQ, I won't do it live. That'll be recorded, so if I can get over to Fort Lauderdale on Friday, then I'll be on that ship Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Wow. The windows are making noise. I might move over to the counter away from the windows. Let me move the setup. Maybe. I don't know. There's Jenny. Hey, Jenny. Everybody can see you, baby. My normal answer to favorite cruise line is the next one, so Princess. Mark, the Lego channel is still active. You can go watch all the videos I put up. I haven't put up a new video in a while. Jenny B is outside, Slinky. She's knocking around the pool area. Well, how long have we been doing this? 2.5 hours. I was kind of hoping to stay on until the eye passed, but I don't know if we need to do anything. It looks like the pool's gone down even since a little bit, so that seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. The wind's just kicking. I don't know if it's going to get any worse or not any worse. Hello, Gina from New York City. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. So, yeah, the phone is outside. So the phone's on the ground outside. It's not moving though too much. I mean, it's kind of sitting back behind a wall. So, Cruising with Cats. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, your random comrade is definitely not a bragging rights I want to have though. You know, my favorite Lego theme, I like stuff like Big Bang and the Flintstones. But I like the travel stuff too. Like I'm really thinking I'm going to focus a lot on travel. So like the Eiffel Tower's around the corner. Favorite hurricane snack? I don't think I have a snack dedicated to hurricanes, so. I'm feeling pretty good, Donna. We haven't really done much today. You know, watched TV, read. I went to the office for a little bit, so. Favorite board game for traveling? So we play a lot of Wingspan, but we play that digitally on the iPads. It's kind of a cool game because I can play with Jenny when I'm on the ship. Like if she doesn't go, we can play. Card games we've taken, but normally we don't take a lot. If we can't play it on our iPad, we don't normally do it. QQ, I don't have the Concorde. I don't think I'm going to pick that one up. I'm not a huge fan of the plane. Question, I'm at Cracker Barrel waiting for my to-go order. Where do you stand in the shop when you wait for your table? I shop. I just look around. Beef jerky's good for the hurricane. We do have some Slim Jims in the house. Beaver nuggets, that would be a good hurricane snack. Ooh, pistachios sound good. The interesting thing, Mike Rivera, is we're never dead, really. We live forever. We're all sitting around here being eternal, which is wild to think about. We still have power, yes. Yes. Slim, yeah, I don't want to know what's in a Slim Jim either. Waffle House is closed, so yeah. Black licorice, yes. Somebody posted the wind speed a minute ago, 46 and 81 gusts or something like that. Somebody looked it up. Oh, cool, Mark. I hope it doesn't come. I don't know where it's going to go once it gets on land. Hopefully it doesn't mess with you guys. Yeah, this is our pool. So it used to be able to see the trees out there, but now it's pitch black. So, Miss Eve, thank you so much for the super chat. Love all your videos. Amazed you're sharing this crazy experience with us, but not unexpected. Yeah, might as well, right? Not everybody gets to. It feels safe, right? Like, if it didn't feel safe, I wouldn't be on here. So, but yeah, everything's been going good, okay for us. So why not? So people that never experienced this can experience it. Plus, we would just be sitting around listening to the storm. So, why did my camera? How did I get so far out of the camera shot? Hello. That's right, still bringing the updates for your face. Parts of the villages have lost power now. Yeah, I'm assuming the wind's sliding through there. Beaver nuggets. What are beaver nuggets? Of course, they're sold at Buc-ee's, and they're kind of like double sugared up Captain Crunch. Bro, your power's still out? Thank you, guys. Thank you, J.A. Yeah, Dawn's on the Sun Princess. They're somewhere north of Cuba, away from the storm. They do taste like sugar pop, Scott. Wow, 280,000 without power. That's rough. Yeah, JC shaves. Nothing crazy there. I don't know if I've sang Riders on the Storm on this one. Did I download any movies to watch? No. I'm maybe I'm too positive and maybe I'm a little Pollyannic that way, but I just always think for the best. I mean, I got books and the iPad's charged. There probably is some movies on the iPad, but yeah, it'll be all right. Oh, that's good, Ghost Jazz Hill. Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping. I mean, it's going to stink because it's going to go right across the state. But I think South Florida is going to be okay, and I think Northern Florida is going to be okay. I think it's just Central Florida that's going to get whooped up on for a little bit. I should almost post that we did. Yeah, I guess because we have power and stuff, we don't have a generator. Yeah, we're still on city power here. Would I ever buy a cruise cabin like Villa V? I don't think so, but maybe. I mean, I'm 53. Maybe when I get to 63, maybe I would want to do that. So, I think most of the books that I'm reading right now are like faith-based Christian books. I'm reading a history about the Reformation, character study of Erasmus and Luther. It's a 1,000-page book. Which I'm not that voracious of a reader or a quick reader, but I'm about 200 pages into that. Mostly I read it on the Kindle, though, which is nice. That's one book that I'm reading right now. How much inland are we? I think we're like 5 or 6 miles off the coast. Spring Hill does have some mandatory evacuation zones, but we're not in them. Mostly the people that are at risk from the storm surge have been asked to evacuate. Yeah, David Neal, I saw the book. I got it. I follow this guy that gives Kindle recommendations, and so almost any time a book is like $2.99 or something, and it looks like it's by a reputable person, I'll buy it because I've done really good recently about not going to Starbucks and spending $5 on coffee. So I feel like, okay, I'll fill up my Kindle library. But so yeah, it's 1,000 pages, but it's on the Kindle, so it's no big deal. But then I saw that book at a bookstore, and I was like, wow, that's a big old book. Maya likes to dance to the opening song. I think Jenny was talking to our son, Greg. Gregory good? Huh? Hold on, let me see what she's saying.
Electric's out.
Greg's out?
No, Charlotte just called me.
Oh, Charlotte and Sal's electric's out?
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all, it's
The pool is getting a little a little concerning.
It's still the same level as earlier.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh, did you see it just flickered?
yeah. Well, transformers are blowing over there.
Yeah, you hear it?
Yeah.
It's a...
Wow. Oh, there, we're flickering. Oh, there we go. All right, guys, if we lose power, thank you for being here. What would I lose? I wouldn't lose the camera or the computer, but I would lose internet. So if I drop out all of a sudden, thank you guys for being here tonight, and I'll try to update you guys tomorrow. So, but our friends across town near my brother, they lost power too. So. Yeah, so we're fortunate, Stephanie, in our neighborhood, our power lines are underground. So, dripping in the sunroom, that's outside. This is what it looks like where I'm sitting. I'm just picture in picture inside of the thing. So what you're seeing is outside these windows. I have a camera on the ground outside out there. So that's the outside camera. Now I'm going to add myself to the shot. So. Yeah, so Blind Man Travels. I've been trying to do some more audiobooks too. I did listen to a really great book by Malcolm Gladwell called Talking to Strangers. I got through Atomic Habits audio for the second time over the last month. That's a great book. I tell you, I think anybody in their life would benefit. There's a reason that Atomic Habits is such a great book and really such a huge success. It really doesn't matter what you do in your life. Atomic Habits probably has some nuggets for you. So that's good. I don't like horror movies, Gina. I don't read horror. I don't like horror, that kind of thing. My mom's good. She's here. She's just chilling with the dog over there. Yeah, Alfred, I don't have a big UPS anymore. I used to, man, when I worked IT, I used to have a bunch in the house. Arlene, the pool is self-draining, so it's not recommended to drain it. But if it gets overwhelmed, we'll have to do something with it. Yeah, so most of my important stuff lives in the cloud, and I've got hard drives and waterproof stuff. I'm pretty good at redundancy on my data, that kind of stuff. Does the storm, now I stuttered when I read the question, does the storm scare you since you're not from Florida? I'm not super scared. Again, I think you just have to deal with stuff as it comes. So I don't want to be without power and internet for a long period of time. That's probably the thing that I wouldn't like. And but as long as we get through this part and the roof doesn't come off or anything like that, that's kind of fine. My favorite carnival ship, I would say right now, is the Celebration. Did I hear that Icon was going to be sailing out of Galveston? I haven't heard that. That'd be cool. Have you been on a cruise where the swells are 7 meters or higher? I don't know. Like I said, I was in a typhoon one time. I don't know how big it was. So, yeah, if I lose power, I can try to jump on. Well, my phone's outside, so we would have to give up that camera, I guess. But we could do that. Yeah, DD Webb. I mean, every place has something. Like when I was in Nashville, we had tornadoes and stuff like that. It's part of living in Florida, dealing with these storms. It's not, sometimes it's really bad. So, but overall, not horrible. Do I have any thoughts on Disney's cruise line expansion plan? What was it, like 4 more ships? I think it's good. I mean, to me, it says they're making money and they're booking ships. So I think it's really good for Disney fans. Dungeon Crawler Carl. That sounds interesting. Man, it doesn't still look like this eye is over Sarasota yet. I'm looking at that Reed Timmer. It's pretty darn close, though. I'm ready for this eye to cross on through. It looks a little better for us on that guy's radar, though. Let's see if we can show it to you. If you look at the top of the yellow there, that's where Spring Hill is. I don't know how to get this in the right position. So you got the eye getting ready to go in Sarasota, but at the very top of the map, there's some white lettering. That's where we're at. So we're in that yellow, green, red right now on his map. M74, the wife is good. It sounds like she's talking to our daughter Danielle. Danielle's good? They're out power? She's giving me a thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Tish. And... oh, wow. The robot vacuum just came to life over there. Thanks, Tracy. Again, I didn't know if this is... I don't know. I don't know what this is. Is it entertaining? Is it valuable? I figured since we're just stuck here and this is what we'd be doing, maybe it'd be interesting to see. It was a little more interesting to see when you could see the trees, but I think this is helping me not think about the storm so much, so I'm glad you guys are here hanging out. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, so the nice thing, I guess, once this eye gets inland a little bit, we should get the rotation that doesn't have anything on it on the other side of the rotation. I'm assuming that that'll work that way. Yeah, I feel very lucky we still have power because we're hearing people all over town not having power, so we're very lucky. Right in the storm out. Oh. How much was I don't know. So we bought the house about 6 months ago. And I feel like most of the houses that have pools have these cages in Florida. So, yeah. My favorite book in the Bible, my favorite section of the Bible is the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5. Just in that short chapter, I mean, 5 and 6 are both really great, but there's so much there that's applicable to life and a way to treat others. So, I do like reading Revelation, and I've studied all the different, approaches to Revelation. But as far as just good old, how to live a life, whether you're in the faith or not in the faith, you could take those things, and it's just good wisdom. Actually, I like the verses that I found that said, "For your face." That's kind of good too. For your face. I found another one yesterday. Weather looks the same as ours in St. Augustine. That's good. Hopefully, the wind's been whipping pretty good, but I'm hoping, I'm hoping we're through the worst of it. I mean, I don't know if we're through the worst of it yet or not. I don't want to be too hopeful, but I'm keeping the hopeful. Came in late, KW. We're in Spring Hill, Florida. We're good 2 hours north of Sarasota. So this guy, Reed now, is starting to show places that the storm has passed through. They don't have the cities that these storm chasers are in, but it looks like it's starting to calm. I think they're in Tampa, maybe. The pool's been at the same level for about an hour or two, so it is self-draining, so I'm assuming it's keeping up. You guys that have been watching for a while, isn't that about the same full tile that we've seen for a while? Yeah, so the Lego is in a storage room, and then a Lego's over in my Lego room. So the Lego room here is dry, but tomorrow I'll have to go to the storage room and look at the rest of the sets. Spear Shaker, man. I hope it works out well. Getting nailed right now, but the power on the internet is still good. That's good. Lacey Stark, no, I don't think the pool's filled much since we started. It's not salt water. It's fresh. Yeah, there's a couple lights in the pool. Let's see. Pat said her nieces are in the town, no electricity, and they lost a big tree. Yeah. The winds, somebody had looked it up. I don't know if anybody can hit Google real quick and see what the winds are. Somebody said 46 with 81 gusts or something like that. Gosh, I wish I would have written it down yesterday. I feel like it was in the Old Testament and I got a for-your face, and then I feel like early on in Mark there's a for-your face. I'll have to look it up. ESV version, I believe. Yeah, I definitely would say it's a little fuller, but it's not crazy. The rain seems to be a little less than it was a little while ago too. Thank you, Samerica. Appreciate you being here. Where we're at, I think it is hitting hard right now. I think this is it. Yeah, because I'm looking at this guy. Yeah, A Forever 31 fan. They've been making Lego botanical sets for a while now. They started out, I think, with the roses, or maybe some sets before that. But they've been almost every month they're putting out a new botanical, or every couple months. They're really nice. I like the way they look. Yeah, I should go back over to Max and see what he's doing. This guy Reed's got 133,000 people watching. Jenny B said, oh, okay, she called all the kids. All the kids are good. Does the pool cage have holes in it? I see it's raining. Yeah, it's a screen. It's not like a window or anything. It's a screen to basically keep out bugs and leaves and alligators. Oh, there's a good one. Psalm 119:58. German boy. I'll have to look for that one. Yeah, Mel. So, I mean, it's so weird because, I mean, the nice thing about a hurricane is it gives you lots of days to prepare, but you don't necessarily know where it's going. And then essentially it becomes like a big thunderstorm, rainstorm with just really intense winds. So it's kind of, it's very destructive, but it's not a crazy kind of phenomena, I guess. How's the gas situation? I gassed up, like 3 or 4 days ago. I drove by the place today. I went and looked at like 4 or 5 gas stations just to see if they had gas anywhere, and they still didn't have gas anywhere. A lot of the gas places like saran wrapped their pumps, which was pretty interesting. Joni Johnson, we're about an hour north of Tampa, or 45 minutes north of Tampa. Yeah, Angie, the knock on wood, we've been fortunate in Spring Hill that we haven't had it. Yeah, the water's sloshing almost like on a cruise ship, right? I don't think alligators are really an issue here, but some places they are, especially if you live on a canal. The alligators will come out and get in there. I guess there could be alligators here, but I don't think so. I hold spawns. Hopefully you still have power. Hopefully you're doing good. I think for your face is used a lot. I think it was definitely an Old Testament phrase. And then the funny thing is that's not what I was thinking of when I used it, but it would be interesting if that's why I ended up using it. Because one of them that I think in the mark thing, it says a messenger for your face, which kind of, I am a little bit of a messenger, which is pretty fun. Yeah. Can I hear the rain? Yeah, I can hear the rain. I can hear the wind. Every once in a while, you'll see me peeking back and the windows flex every once in a while. Sinkholes, yes, they are a big concern in Florida, especially in this town. Jenny B actually had a house before we met that was on a sinkhole. Yes, have we cruised out of Galveston? We've cruised out of Galveston. Is it twice now, Slinky? We did it a few years ago on the Vista, and then we did it on the Jubilee. The only carnival out of there so far. Hello, Connecticut. Hello, Edwin. Yeah, I want the windows to calm down. You're right, Doug. Oh, Adventurelanders. Thank you for being here. I hope things are good in Ecuador. Yeah, Martha, that's the story, right? High winds and lots of rain. Oh, we had a power flicker here. One of the storm chasers on the Reed channel is at the eye wall, they said. Oh, the wind's kicking right now. Wow, I don't know if you guys can hear it. Yeah, we do have flood insurance. I did like the Vista. Beyond the new XL class, I think I like the Vista class the best. So, no backup generator. I hold spawns. We're north of Tampa, right on the coast. See, I think the pool's down a little bit now, so it must be catching up. But again, I'm just kind of looking through that camera.
Just make landfall.
Yeah, I'm watching over here.
At the Braden Airport.
Braden Airport, a little north of Sarasota.
What's it look like outside now?
We're having some moments of some wind gusts. I think what's happening is the storm's turning. We're probably an hour and a half north of the eye. Yeah, Brooksville's right near Spring Hill.
Yeah, not bad out there.
Nah, but like a minute ago it was really bad, so I think we're catching like some gusts or something.
We survived another one, dude.
Well, we still
have a home.
we still got a little more to go, but yeah. Are you taking... So Arlene, that's a great question. When we get up tomorrow, is there a clear path to get to Fort Lauderdale by car? Maybe. I looked up flights today from Tampa. They're pretty expensive, like $500 just to fly down to Miami. So I think if I'm going to go to Fort Lauderdale, I would drive. So would I drive tomorrow afternoon and get a hotel, or would I get up early on Friday, the day of the cruise, and drive if it's possible? There's a lot of variables there. I would love to go over there, but we'll have to see how it turns out. Got to make sure everything's okay here and all that stuff.
I still have a home.
I haven't packed up or anything. Yeah, we got to go check on my mom's home. Choice of cola, Coke Zero. The Brightline doesn't, I mean, I would have to drive 2.5 hours to get on the Brightline to go south. So if they ever get it all the way over to Tampa, maybe, yeah. Yeah, Bill, there's been some common questions. I feel like maybe people ask the generator one, though, because the lights are still on. So that makes sense. Your son Christopher said he needs some nuts and bolts, Ma.
It ain't Christmas yet.
Ma, she said it ain't Christmas yet, bro.
changing it up this year. New recipe.
New recipe.
Put some meat skins in it.
Yeah, Tampa. So yeah, I was thinking if I flew out of Tampa, it would be Friday. If the power goes out, will the pump on the pool still work? I don't know. Either we might have to bail the thing out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what the technology is for the drain. Like if there's just a drain where it's leveling out, or if there's an actual mechanism, mechanically powered thing happening to get the water out of there.
Where you at? Come on.
All right, so Michael said 32 miles an hour. So that's less than what it was a little while ago when somebody said 46. 3.2 inches in the last 6 hours. That seems about right on the rain. Oh, yeah, Chris, come on over if you want, man. Be careful, though. I mean, it seems like the wind's still gusting, but you guys come on over and get charged up. Sister-in-law's in Weeki Wachee, Pennsylvania, watching you. Hopefully they're doing okay. See, yeah, the wind's kicking again. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know what the new... So my grandma, Barnett, made these incredible nuts and bolts, and my mom had the recipe, and she makes incredible nuts and bolts. So it's going to be interesting to see how she tweaks it. We all just end up eating the toasted cheese balls out of it. Oh, where were they going into, Melinda? Adventure of the Sea is supposed to get back Friday, but the captain just told them it won't get until 2:30 now. Is that a Miami or is that a... I bet you Adventure's what, Orlando? Canaveral? Or is Adventure in Tampa? I'm just going to name all the Florida cruise ports until you tell me which one. Were they going to Jacksonville? Yeah, Orlando. That makes sense. Yeah, because I think it's still going to go across the state and go through Port Canaveral. So nuts and bolts is like a trail mix. What goes in our nuts and bolts? Pretzels, Chex Mix. My mom does bugles, cheese balls, Cheerios, and she bakes it. You bake a seasoning on it, so it's not like you just mix those things together. You actually put it in the oven with this garlic, and I don't know how to say it. We still have electricity here, Richard. Thank you, ProTal. Yeah, so when we decided to buy a house, my big requirement was 4 bedrooms, because we always have some company over, and then Jenny and I both I wanted Jenny and I both to have. We don't have company over enough to where you're want to dedicate a bunch of bedrooms, so we wanted to make sure we had one guest room, and then both of us could have our own room for offices or whatever. That was the big requirement, and then we really lucked out with this house because. I was happy not to have a pool as long as I got the 4 bedrooms, and this just turned out to be an excellent opportunity, and it had a pool too. So, yeah, M&Ms. I've seen that in the nuts and bolts. It's not a traditional trail mix. Like there's not going to be raisins or anything in there. Yeah, Michael, if you listen closely, you'll definitely hear a little wind.
Yeah, it's
My phone's been hanging in there like a champ. I left it low to the ground, so it's only about 6 inches off the ground out there.
I forgot it was out there.
Yeah.
I don't know, that wind's moving fast.
Yeah. Yeah, because the storm's starting to turn now as this thing gets on land, so. Troy, I do use the funny thing is during the last few months the timing's been bad. It's been raining almost the same time every day in here, and but yeah, I don't we get in the pool from time to time. But again, I'm not a big in the sun outdoor person, so I'll swim at night, that kind of thing.
He just has it for the grandchildren.
I guess.
The children are his children, not grandchildren.
None of them come swim either. I don't know why we haven't.
Come on, Billy, I know you're scared. Come on.
Yeah, Texas trash makes sense. Thanks for being here, Pat. Have a good night. getting dicey up there, Chad. I want to feel like it's getting a little better here. I don't know. Wow, we've been live for 3 hours. How about that? You guys are really helping kill the time. Are we going to get a new dog? No, I'm not a huge dog person. I don't like the idea of owning something that's going to make my heart hurt. We had a dog one time, and she got cancer, and we had to put her down, and it was super painful. And I'm not sure that the joy that you get from pet ownership is worth that pain. And then you combine that with the fact that we travel so much and trying to find people. So obviously, if Jenny B wants a dog, we'll get another dog. But I want to kind of wait until the dog's going to outlive me. Then I can milk the pet for all the love and not have to deal with the loss of the pet. So, but I know that's not everybody's typical approach to pets, but that's mine. Renee, we haven't had any tornadoes come close. One of our daughters over in Lakeland, I think they had some opportunity. Well, Tyler, we're glad you're here, even though you're not a cruiser. Yeah, I think the thing's on shore for sure. Wow, they're showing something on that Reed tremor, the big storm surge. That looks bad. Oh, here comes another gust of wind. That's funny, Dee Dee. Wow, 600,000 without power. That's awful. Dan, we're hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit, man. We've had some wind. We've had some rain. We feel like there's more water in the pool than there was 3 hours ago. But everything's hanging tough, like the new kids. Adrian, we're on the west coast of Florida, about 45 minutes north of Tampa, Spring Hill, Florida. Jay Hines, have I ever sailed on Grandeur of the Seas? All those ships run together. I don't know if I have or not. Not near Fort Myers. We're north of that, so. I don't know. I don't know the nuance of the direction of the hurricane, Brandy. It's a good question, though. Sebring, Florida, just lost power, man. I hope it gets back quick for you. Whoa. I'm hanging tough. Shout out Ludicrous. Peggy Ann's going to go on her first cruise on the Carnival Liberty. That sounds good. Best cruise out of Los Angeles. I know Carnival's got several things out of Long Beach. I feel like Holland has some stuff out of there too. I'm not sure what you're into, but both of those are good options. Does Princess go out of LA or do you have to go to San Francisco? There's not a ton of choices out there, but they're still pretty good. Have we ever been on a New Year's Eve cruise? I'm going on the first one. We've never actually been at sea over New Year's Eve, but I think that would be fun. I'm sure they do it up. That'll be a great. That'll be on the Mardi Gras. Yeah, that'll probably be a really good time. Oh, Joni Johnson. I'm glad you like the Bigfoot shirt. I do like that shirt. I haven't talked to Don. I've just seen the videos like everybody else. So it sounds like he's, again, it's fortunate to be on a cruise ship during the storm because they'll keep you out of harm's way. So I know it's got to be a bummer for people that were trying to get home and, get back to their lives or whatever to be stuck. That happened to us last year. We were on the Carnival Paradise, and I think we ended up with 1 or 2 extra days. I think it was 2 extra days at sea. But, yeah, that's kind of the risk when you cruise during hurricane season. I think we've said that in calmer times that whenever you cruise during hurricane season, there is a chance that you will get stuck. How's the weather, honey?
It's cold, rainy, and very windy right now.
Cold, rainy, and very windy? Very nice. Your shoes are squeaky.
I know, and I just mopped the floors.
How is Royal during Halloween season? I love Mardi Gras October. David Neal, we used to do a group cruise every Halloween, so we've never cruised any other line other than Carnival on Halloween. I'm assuming it's good though.
So much fun.
Where's Siesta Key? Is that near Sarasota? I'm looking at the map. It looks like that's where it came on. Wow, it's a big storm looking at it. Or at least it's big compared to the peninsula. Susan White, I don't know. So that's a great question. With the power line being underground, is there less chance for losing power? I got to think yes. But I don't exactly know how that works because you got to feel like they still have to connect somewhere. So somewhere in the circuit if you lose it. But I think Jenny was also telling me that the system's kind of gridded up. And so a transformer can pop in a neighborhood near us and it not necessarily take us out. So we're pretty fortunate that way. How bad's the wind? Somebody said that at one point it was 46 miles an hour with some 81 gust. I don't officially know. We've had a few moments though, like where the windows kind of bow a little bit, the sliding glass door bows a little bit, and of course the trees were going crazy when you could see them. Siesta Key is in South Sarasota. Okay. Yeah, that is the thing that's cool about the Halloween cruises is at least Carnival would have a big costume party, which is always cool. People would be dressed up, a lot of fun. Fortunately, yet we have not lost electricity.
My
So
sister just lost.
Sister Lisa just lost electricity. We might have a house full here. Everybody come on over. Your mom still have power?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What are those dried marshmallows? Let me see those.
Pretty good.
Jenny got this snack. I've never heard of this. What is this? Freeze-dried smallows. What is this?
No sugar.
Sugar-free. We've been doing good with no sugar. Freeze-dried. Okay, I'm going to try this. I've never had a freeze. I'm assuming, you know what? This is probably what's inside of Lucky Charms.
It is. That's exactly what it tastes like.
How about that? I'll get a little sugar-free snack to keep me going. Wow, that's the best of all worlds. Like, did you ever get in trouble as a kid for eating all the marshmallows out of the thing? We don't have a generator.
No, but we're getting one now.
Jenny said we're getting one now.
Yeah, because if we lose electric, the pool doesn't drain.
Oh, so the pool is tied to electricity?
Mm-hmm. I would think it is.
You don't think it's just some drainage system?
I don't know. I gotta get a pool person out here so I can know everything. Yeah, David Neal. I just saw those when I was looking at those.
Oh, David Neal said, yeah, you can just buy them. Question, have you been on Odyssey of the Seas or any Royal Quantum ships? Some people like the smell. Yeah, I've been on Odyssey. I liked it. I was on Spectrum. I liked that also. I like I always call the name wrong. Is it called 270? Is that the entertainment venue in the back? I really like that. I do like Oasis. I like the big wide promenade, but I like the Odyssey quite a bit too. I have been on Quantum Class Ship. I don't remember what the shower was like. I just saw somebody asking that. Minimal Queen, thank you so much for the super chat. Book recommendation: Woman in Cabin 10. I'm gonna type that out. Woman in Cabin 10.
My fingertips are frozen.
What did you say?
My fingertips are frozen. Look at them.
Oh, it's cold out there, huh?
Yeah.
Deborah, we're in Spring Hill, Florida. Oh, no, I've stuck the lid here. Lots of wind in Orlando. Yeah, I think it's coming your way, Orlando. I'm looking at the little thing over here.
No,
We don't.
we're getting shutters too.
Yeah, so one thing we talked about getting ready for next year is to maybe get storm shutters and some sort of generator. Chris, we've been on the Carnival Horizon. We both like it. Thank you, Deborah. Lots of wind in Titusville. Discount Generac house generator going right now, Chuck. Oh, check that out. Ooh, Discovery Princess out of Los Angeles would be nice. Wow. Question, is it true that using normal toilet paper on the ship can mess up plumbing? Yeah, I mean, the plumbing ecosystem on a ship is very delicate. So yeah, they don't want you putting anything there other than the paper that they've designated for it, which you're right, it's not very good toilet paper. JoJo's having popcorn.
Oh, do you want popcorn?
Nah, I'm okay. Battery backup with solar, that's an idea. I think we're all electric, right? So I was looking at the Generac stuff, and that's all powered by natural gas or another kind of gas. So I don't know if we'd have to. I don't know if we'd have to get like some sort of gas over here. Wow, Dana said where her mom was raining since 6 a.m. It's been raining all day here, too. Yeah, the pool's outside.
Yeah, the rain's coming down a little hard.
Oh, Chuck's there on the Sun Princess, somewhere near Cuba. I'm glad they got you guys safe over there. I know these smallows are good. Here, take them back, Jenny, because I just want to eat them. Tim Tracker's got a battery set up. Yeah, so I've gone on a couple cruises where you surrender your passport. When we went to China to go to Japan, when we were at the cruise terminal in China, we had to surrender our passport. That's the way the Japanese immigration did it. And then I think any cruise that's included Ireland for me is another one where I've had to surrender my passport because they require them to check them all together, I think, for the Irish immigration. The pool's got a pool cage, and that's all screens around it. So it's not like glass or anything. It's not an indoor pool. It's kind of fairly standard for Florida. You have these cages, and those are all screened in. Good night, Mary. Thanks for being here. Yeah, it's a long one tonight. 3 hours and 16 minutes so far. We're riding the storm out. It's a good way to kill time, though, right? It's like, at least we're not just sitting around like, oh, when's this going to pass? Thank you, Jason. No, I don't think this is the longest. I think I did a really long live one time. How did Jenny B and I meet? We met on the internets in an old MSN chat room. She was in a chat room that was called Looking for the Most Wonderful Man Ever. And boom, there I was. Boom. Oh, thank you. These screens, I don't think they're removable. No, they're attached.
Relax the layer of chairs like our big white one like this. I usually do this, and we're just like, okay. Now you're gonna get my lap?
Timus Travels, I haven't really thought about anything. Again, these storms, we get them a lot, but they don't really mess with us too much. But I guess watching what went down with Helene and then all of the hype this week, I think we're in the mindset of like, oh, we should do more prep. But normally we're not like that. But, you know, who knows if it'll pass or not. But yeah, all those seem like fun suggestions. Anything that's real techie, I like. Kelly Madison, thank you so much for the super chat. Chef Miggs, yeah, we're definitely very fortunate to have power. We've talked to a bunch of people already around town that they don't have power, so very lucky. How long does a hurricane last? Usually, I don't know. I guess it just depends how quickly it's moving. I feel like we probably got another... I mean, it probably won't stop being windy and rainy until sometime tomorrow, I would think.
Until it gets back out in the ocean.
Yeah. I mean, we're still going to have... I don't know if we're through the worst part of it yet, but I'm not ready to say that. But I think we're getting close to that.
They said it clear up about 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Be in the 60s, and we can open our windows and air our houses out.
Oh, that'd be nice. 60 degrees in the morning.
If that'd be really nice.
The eye is kind of over Sarasota right now, guys.
Yeah. It's got to go all the way across and get back out in the ocean. It's got to go through Orlando and all the places. And then we got another one out there.
We're going on the Valor next week out of New Orleans. Have you been on the Valor? Any good restaurants? I've not been on the Valor. New Orleans, we didn't really eat out either when I was down there. Of course, the classics are, you know, for the beignets, you go to Cafe Du Monde or Cafe Beignet. Anybody have a good New Orleans restaurant recommendation? Stay safe. Thank you so much, Carl. Question, any opinions of NCL cruising on the getaway out of NOLA at spring 2020? I've had some good experiences on NCL. I like them. They've usually have a Starbucks on board, which I like that. I like to have the coffee that I like when I cruise. I've seen some great Broadway shows on there and regular production shows. So, and probably the best rock band I've ever seen at sea, Guns N' Roses, I saw on the NCL Joy. So, the other thing that I really liked on the NCL Joy was the Beatles shows, which was pretty wild. Is Virgin worth the price? It's definitely more expensive. I liked it. Everything's included. So your gratuities are included. Your internet's included. All of that stuff. Are cruise prices getting out of hand? I guess it depends how you measure that. It's all a supply and demand thing. So as long as they keep booking up ships at the prices that they charge for them, then I would say the consumer is saying that it's not out of hand. But as soon as they can't sell those cruises at those higher prices, then it should adjust down. What's my go-to Starbucks order? Recently, it's been Trenta iced coffee with cream, no sweetener at all. And then sometimes when I want something that's like really coffee tasting, I'll just do a black cold brew. Mark S, thoughts on Royal Chef Table? I've been on one. It's good if you like, it's a good culinary and wine experience, but it's a long experience. So I don't love how long it takes to get through a chef's table. Michelle, if I go on the Sun Princess over the weekend, I think it's going to Nassau. That would be where my next cruise is going. I've been on the Vista. I like it. Court of Two Sisters in the French Quarter. I'm trying to think. There's probably a video of me going to some restaurant in New Orleans, but I don't know how far back to tell you to go look. All right, I'm going to close the iPad. My favorite Oasis class ship. I don't remember which ones I've been on, but I enjoyed watching Cats on Oasis, so I think that's still probably one of my favorites. And then whatever ship has Grease, I think Grease was probably my second favorite Broadway show, so that one. This camera's feels like it's so far away. It's so far away. Level it up. Shelly J, the hurricane, I think it's made landfall, so I think it has hit. Question, do you think Juneau will close the cruise ships? I don't think so. They had that referendum that was a mail-in ballot, and it looks like the not block cruise ships is winning the day, so. The eye is over Sarasota, no wind at the moment. Oh wow, you guys hunkered down over there. JC, I didn't see I've seen a couple people in the chat talking about Royal in Mexico, but Perfect Day in Mexico is what they're calling it? I don't know. Yeah, Tom Greek, we were talking about the musical Grease. Never done a Cunard cruise, Kevin. I'd like to try one, though. Gallatin, Tennessee, volunteer state, the home of the radio station WVCP FM. That's right. I remember that Mother's Kitchen being a good recommendation for breakfast. Right now it's pretty calm, but we had some heavy rain and wind. Do I cruise Carnival more than Royal? I don't know. I need to go. So I've been on maybe 60 cruises. I don't really have a good sense of how many I've been on from a line perspective. Yeah, my studio's not here. I have a 2-room studio close to here, but not in the house. Frank Berry, thank you so much for the super chat. Sending my best from Ottawa, Canada. Love the info and the lighthearted jokes in your daily videos. As a fairly new cruiser, very beneficial. Oh, thanks, Frank. I appreciate it. And thank you. Thanks for being here, and thanks for the super chat.
I just got a text from somebody that says, I love you.
It's spam. Delete it.
Yeah. I don't know nobody wrote 270.
Yeah.
That's Hannah.
Oh, it is. It could be Hannah. Like,
Yeah,
but
she
you
just texted me.
you would have got a text from her before, I think.
Oh, that's Hannah.
No. Yeah. Well, Jenny could probably answer that question, Ken. But Jenny is spending her time any way she likes. Yanny Boy, question, sailing out of Port Canaveral in December, what's the best way to go from Orlando to Port Canaveral? Are you flying into Orlando? Uber is one way. If you can get a shuttle from, if you're staying at a hotel, that's another way. Probably me, I'd Uber over there. Yeah, I don't think I can't really play any music in the background. Get copyright strikes, that's what it would be. How long have we been on right now? 3 hours and 27 minutes.
That a new record?
I don't think it's a new record. I think I did a monster live stream one time. I think after The Wonder, or The Wonder was about 3 hours maybe. I can talk for hours. I feel like I'm just looking down at my glasses though. I need a better shot. Like all you guys are seeing is this. Hey, hello everybody, I'm reading. My favorite between Aruba and Curacao, I think I like Curacao better. I like that floating bridge that they have there, and after I went to Holland, it was really, it felt really connected. They're both were colonies, but Curacao is pretty cool. Over there in Caraco. Yeah, the blue room where I do my videos is outside the house. Will I stay all up? No, if the winds calm down, I've been going to bed at 9 and getting up at 5. So I've been up since a little around 5 a.m. this morning. So I'll be ready to go to sleep here pretty soon. Oh, thanks, Mary. Yeah, I think it's comforting for us to be connected during the live also. Retro Sarge, are you coming over here, or are you just saying that? Now I'm worried that you're out on the road somewhere. Let me know if you're really coming over.
I don't think you can get out of the garage.
Okay. Oh, wouldn't be able to get the door up?
Well, I mean, you can manually do it, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he knows how to do it.
Wow. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, at one point I was watching somebody and there were 15 tornadoes over on the East Coast, so feeling pretty lucky.
Pictures get nasty. I hope everyone makes it out safe except for those that abandoned their pets.
Yeah, it's funny.
I would never abandon my pet.
Timber Alley, thank you so much for the super chat. Will y'all need financial help after this? We're doing okay, I think. We haven't had much issue, so.
Wind 72 miles an hour over Brooksville, so I should be okay.
Yeah. I think your place will be good, Ma.
Good.
Ah, there's my lovely sister, Michelle. Michelle, when are you coming? How long are you staying? I can't get a straight answer out of anybody over here.
I've told you about 10 times.
Jenny says she's told me 10 times.
She told you that today.
Yeah. She said you were going to be here until November the 15th. I don't know. Wow, 133 tornado warnings. Got a little wind kicking. Kicking like Jean-Claude Van Damme over here.
Well, we survived another one, dude. My fifth one and sixth one.
Question, what are those lights moving on your trees in the background? Lights moving on trees. Oh, I think it's just the light from the.
Yeah, it's just a reflection.
It's a reflection from the light that's in the pool area.
There's a big bright light over there on the other side of the fence.
It's a street light.
Straight light, okay. It goes out too.
Oh, that's sad. Somebody said 5 fatalities so far. That's sad.
Yay, thank you God.
You're leaving here Friday, like tomorrow, day after tomorrow? What is going on? Michelle's leaving Friday.
This Friday?
That's what she said.
This Friday, the 24th she'll be here. Or the 18th or something.
Like day after tomorrow?
No, next week.
She says she's leaving Friday.
No, she's leaving. She'll be here the 19th.
told
Oh,
me
wait.
the
Now she
19th.
just said the next Friday, the 18th.
She told me the 19th.
See, nobody knows over here. Nobody knows anything. Sorry, Jenny, you don't know.
Tracy will be here the 19th.
Not an indoor pool. It's an outdoor pool.
People come from everywhere.
There's the wind.
Tracy called crying and said, everybody I love it. I could depend on this in Florida.
All right, let's go. We'll go outside for a second and see what it's like. See how the wind sounds. Wow. I hope this phone's waterproof. No, I think it is. It's certainly wet. Everything's wet over here, though. It feels like it's less wind than earlier, though. What?
It looks like a fire.
Oh, a fire? No, I think somebody's lights on is over there.
That's a weird one. I've never seen that. Look, you can see the tree. Is that tree?
Yeah, oh, you just turned the, oh, you just turned the light on. That scared me.
Isn't that a tree?
Yeah, the shadow of the tree. Alright, we'll set you guys back down for a second. Oh. I don't know how much battery's left on that phone either. I guess we'll run it till it's done. My feet are wet. Here, Jenny, talk into the microphone. I have to go to the restroom. Just say stuff.
Well, hello, everybody. I guess I can get on. I'll get on with you guys, even though I look bad. Where's Tony? Oh, there's my mother. I'll be right back. Hello, Mother. I'll call you right back. All right. Let's see. How's everybody going? Sorry I look like a mess, but that's why I don't get on the camera, because I don't have any makeup on. I know, my mother's important. She's probably mad at me because I just told her I'll call her right back. But, yeah, so this is some storm, you guys. Crazy, crazy. I can barely see Tony's chat, so... Michelle, thank you from Australia. Yeah, when I was sitting outside, I was sitting like this. This is why Tony said I looked like a hoodlum. Because the rain was getting in my ears. But, you guys are sweet, 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 sweet.
Oh, good. Take a break.
Take a break. Have a sandwich.
Sandwich. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good.
Whew.
What should we do in Bimini next week? Jody and Tim, I've never been there. Tony's been there.
Beach club.
Beach club.
Yeah.
He said do the beach club. I know the makeup is like, woof. Yeah, you're getting the getting it without makeup today.
You don't need makeup.
You're a natural beauty.
Yes. Oh, well, thank you guys. Oh, Kathy, thank you. I appreciate that. Born to Cruise, thank you so much. Prayers for everybody, boy. This is a doozy for everybody.
Yeah.
What cruise are we doing next year? What cruises are we doing next year? So next year, I think the only thing that we actually have booked is February. Oh, and then we have beginning of March, we're going with our friends over on the Coop Cruise. That's a group cruise with Johnny and all them. Aw, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I was sitting outside because I'm a little worried about that pool because it automatically is supposed to let the water out, but I guess it's not keeping up and it's making me a little nervous, but I don't know, like I can't really tell. It's not supposed to go above midpoint on the skimmer, but what does my shirt say? So, first of all, I'm kind of like a penny pincher, so I'm sure I got this on like clearance somewhere. It says flip cup is my cardio.
During the big flip cup.
Yeah, during the big flip cup. Oh my goodness, Big Daddy Mets or Yankees. This is hard because my family is a lot for the Yankees, but my grandmother used to take us to Met games, so I love the Met game. I love Mets, so. My accent is a mixture from Long Island and then Florida, and then I spent a few years in the great state of Tennessee.
That's a Southern Italian accent.
My mother-in-law said it's a Southern Italian accent. I know, we gotta, yeah, Tony's real good about keeping me calm, so it's good. We keep each other calm. Like you said before, like we kind of just jump into action when we have to. Aw, Tiffany, well, thank you. I appreciate that as well. Anyone know how Winter Haven's doing? Like from the, actually, you know what? I talked to Walter, who is our travel agent partner, and they're just getting the winds, the rain. He actually had to evacuate to one of his friend's house. So, you know, and they're dealing with the tornadoes over there. Uh-oh, how the Yankees doing if you're watching it right now? So, someone mentioned hockey before. How about NCL partnering with NHL?
That's exciting.
Yeah, we're pretty excited to see that.
Do you like it? Oh, good, right? You love cheese.
Yeah. Aw, well, thank you, Anita. I hope you guys are doing well over there.
Hold on. You made it.
All right, Mets won tonight and moved on. Good thing I said the Mets then. I could be getting on the bandwagon there. Oh, last time we had an egg cream. So actually I had an egg cream about a year ago. We have an ice cream shop here in town, and they make a great egg cream.
Mine was in Long Island a few years ago.
Yeah, my dad took you, right? Yeah, so actually before my dad passed away, Tony had a real live egg cream for him. I know Canadian Spring, NHL and cruising seems a little strange pair, but we're going to have to see what's going on with them. I mean, I kind of thought, I'm like, hey, Royal, that would be a great idea because, you know, they have a lot of the ice skating rinks. Yeah, so it's funny because you guys talk about my accent. Tony doesn't really have an accent, like kind of that Midwest. Sometimes you kind of hear his Southern slang come out. But like when he was over in Europe, he asked for a cup of coffee, And I guess because of being with me for 22 years, they're like, oh, you from the Northeast.
I'm a bit of a movie.
Yeah, so. Any idea is Citrus Springs is where Bob is. So Chris S. Oh, okay. So no, Bob is, he is north of us, and I actually talked to him yesterday, make sure he was okay, and yeah, he's a little more inland. Aw, that's right, Sarah. So we kind of got that same accent going on from Jersey, Italian, and Georgia.
I think those windows must flex on purpose.
Yeah, like I think that they have some room to, but.
These windows move in and out.
Well, they say if they're.
All right, so, oh my goodness, I think they need to have a lazy river on a cruise. You know, I think someone, what's that new thing on NCL? Is it a lazy river kind of thing?
It's a roller coaster water slide, yeah. The aqua slide.
Oh boy, Lori, married a Jersey boy. I don't know about them Jersey boys.
She married Frankie Valley.
Tony wants to know if you married Frankie Valley. So explain an egg cream. So an egg cream is seltzer, chocolate syrup, and ice cream, right, babe? Is it? I don't know. It's not ice cream. It's heavy cream.
Heavy cream.
It sounds disgusting, but it's actually really good. Yeah. You gotta maybe acquire a taste like, you know, White Castles. But
That is an acquired taste.
yeah. Raising the energy level. What? Tony was sitting here for 3 hours though. I had to give him a little bit of a bathroom break, and we don't have any sugar, so maybe he could get a protein shake in him.
I ate a Slim Jim.
All right, he ate a Slim Jim.
I snapped into a Slim Jim.
Whipping cream, yeah, I guess whipping cream and heavy cream are kind of the same thing, I think. But yeah. Do I think the demand of cruising in 2025 will still be high? Absolutely. I think that, well, so in 2024, I feel like a lot of people were still using up their FCCs from when we were closed down. And I don't know, there's some really great new ships that are coming on board that'll be hitting the ranks. So I'm sure that it'll still be up, right? Like we all love to cruise, and like it's really opened up to so many people. So Michelle is saying, Michael says White Castle should not require a quiet taste. No, it's very good. Well, it's that same thing like Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, White Castles, Crystals.
It's a good thing you said that. Now you don't have to sleep on the couch tonight.
Well, no, White Castle. Come on, White Castle's. If I have a choice between White Castles and Crystal, of course it's White Castles. But yeah, down here before we got the big White Castles in Orlando, Crystals was the next better thing. But yeah. So Crystals, what is that? It's the southern version, I think, of White Castles. Like they have, and they also have like chili dogs.
Those chili dogs are good.
Yeah, Tony likes those chili dogs.
I like the pups.
But anyway, all right. So thank you for listening to me for a little bit. And if Tony's still on in a little bit and needs a little bit of a break, I will help him out. You may have to help me a little bit to get out of this couch because it's a little low here.
Yeah. For sure.
All right.
You okay?
Well, I just want to get my feet. So I didn't. Bye, guys. Let me call back my mother.
Check on your mother. What's up? What's up, everybody? I think it's almost done over here. Let's see how much. Yeah. Answer a few more questions and then we'll call it a night. See if we have to bail out anything out of the pool. I'm excited though that Michelle's going to be leaving tomorrow, Friday, and then she'll be here soon, I think. My neck's doing good. It gets itchy sometimes, the scar, but other than that, not too bad.
It went on by landfall, and then it headed across Florida, headed toward Orlando. And
Jenny's the best. The best, the best. All right, guys, I guess this is good enough. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we'll... I'll try to put some sort of update out tomorrow, but I feel like for the most part, we're doing okay. So, yeah, let me. It was a good test of the phone's battery too, right? Like the phone's been alive the whole 3 hours. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for all the interaction and stopping by and checking in on us tonight. So far, so good when it comes to Hurricane Milton. I think the worst is over for us, and you know, we're very blessed over here, and definitely our hearts go out to anybody that's struggling with it. So, thank you guys so much for stopping by. My name's Tony for the lovely Jenny B. Until the next time, we'll see you on the Lido. Bye.